games. So the Bees, after their win last night, 60-43, started the day, still 4.5 games over Tacoma in the Pacific North Division. However, the Rainiers have already lost today to the New Orleans Zephyrs 4-3, so the Bees with a win could extend their lead to 5.5 games. Meanwhile, Memphis struggling with the lowest winning percentage in the league at 388.
Starting streaming.
A record of 40-63 is Memphis Grizzlies' first-round draft pick Rudy Gay throws out the ceremonial first pitch for the Redbirds. So the Bees and the Redbirds getting ready. The pitching matchup for the Bees, it'll be right-hander Casey Olenberger with a record of 4-2. And for the Redbirds, it'll be right-hander Dennis Tankersley, who has pitched better than his 4-10 record indicates. His ERA just 3.70. Well, here on the road or at home, one of the things I have to do a couple of days ago is test my blood sugar level, and the way to do that now is my new Ascensia Contour meter from Bayer. There's two big reasons for the switch that I made from another brand, and that is, one, a micro-sampling of blood is needed, so it doesn't take as much blood to read my blood sugar level, so therefore less pain involved. And, you know, forgetting to code is the number one reason for misread levels up to 43% off. And even the most experienced of testers, 41%, sometimes forget to code their meters. But they don't have to worry about it because the Contour is self-coding. So no worries about making sure that the test strips match the code in your meter. So my suggestion is if you're diabetic and need to test your blood sugar on a regular basis, try the Ascensia Contour meter from Bayer, and you can find them at your local Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Back to take a quick look at what happened here last night in Memphis right after this on ESPN 1230.
Next.
Hi, I'd like 3 pounds of fresh salmon, and can you cut me a couple of T-bone steaks about 2 inches thick?
Yes, ma'am. Say, anyone ever tell you you look like Patricia Heaton?
Oh, thank you. She's gorgeous.
Yeah. Hey, can we marinate your steaks while you shop and suggest a recipe for the salmon?
Ooh, you had me at marinade. Thanks.
Oh, now I know who you are.
Hi, I'm...
the driver of my kid's school bus.
That's me.
Albertsons, helping make your life easier.
Oh, hi, Miss Heaton. Need help selecting produce?
Do you have any good cooking ideas for mushrooms and tomatoes?
How about pan-seared portobellos and roasted romas?
That sounds good.
Of course, you could saute shiitakes and terrine tomatoes, or braise the buttons and bake some beefsteak.
No more calls. We have a winner. You know your stuff.
I try. We do carry over 300 different kinds of fruits and vegetables.
You've been very helpful. How are you with auditions?
For quality and selection, Albertsons, helping make your life easier.
Hey, guys.
Yeah?
I'm not feeling too good.
Oh, you're looking a tad green for a raccoon.
I think it might be the taco burrito I ate.
What?
Why?
It was cheap.
Well, you're paying for it now.
Oh.
Why eat junk at night when you can go to Wendy's? We make everything fresh right when you order, like our new 99-cent crispy chicken sandwich. That's right, all white meat chicken for just 99 cents.
Oh.
Why didn't you just go to Wendy's?
Not too bright.
Make it a Wendy's night and do what tastes right till 2 a.m. Prices and participation may vary.
Salt Lake City Credit Union is a guaranteed home run with personalized service and the best rates in town. Salt Lake City Credit Union offers a full menu of financial services, including business services and SBA loans, mortgages, free checking and debit cards, auto loans, and online banking. With 7 locations throughout the valley, they're big enough to provide you with everything you need from a financial institution, and they're small enough to give you the friendly, individualized service you deserve. You owe it to yourself to have an account at Salt Lake City Credit Union, above and beyond every day.
Eligibility and membership required. Federally insured by NCUA.
At AutoZone Park in Memphis last night, the Redbirds grabbed the early lead in the second inning off Nathan Bland. Brian Martin led off with a single, and 2 outs later, John Nelson put Memphis ahead. Pitch on the way, and that's ripped to deep left field. It's up there, it's out there, and it's gone. Up on the berm and left. A 2-run home run for John Nelson, and it's 2-0 in favor of the Redbirds. A sacrifice fly by Michel Hernandez in the third inning gave Memphis a 3-0 lead. But Salt Lake chipped away at the lead in the fourth inning. Mike Elward punched a single into right field, and Nick Cornell launched his first home run since June the 17th. Obviously his first home run since coming back off the disabled list from that fractured patella below his left knee. Cornell, a 2-run homer, his 13th of the year. And the Bees were within 1 at 3-2. It stayed that way until the 8th inning. as the Bees only had one base runner from that home run on until the 8th. But in the 8th, with one out, Tommy Murphy singled to right field. Eric Ibar lined a base hit to center on a hit and run, advancing Murphy to third, putting runners at the corners with one out and a strange play ahead with Kendry Morales at the plate. Cavazos from the far third base side of the pitching rubber kicks and deals. Swinging a high fly ball, and it may not be deep enough to score the run. Murphy tagging. The catch by Rose. Here comes Tommy. Here comes the throw. Cut off. Throw back to second. Goes into center field. Ibar gets up. He's going to go to third. Brian Harper's going to hold him up there. And now the ball bounces away from the infield. Here comes Ibar to score the go-ahead run. And the Bees take a 4-3 lead on a bizarre play. It was indeed. And last night we said it was the right center fielder, Schumacher, who made the bad throw in towards the infield, but actually it was the right fielder, Martin, backing up the play, who committed the error that led to the Bees taking a 4-3 lead. As we mentioned, Greg Jones retired all 6 batters he faced for his second multi-inning save of the year as the Bees win it by a score of 4-3. When we come back, we'll take a quick look at tonight's Abra scoreboard. Already some finals in the books right after this on ESPN 1230.
Next.
Hi, I'd like 3 pounds of fresh salmon, and can you cut me a couple of T-bone steaks, about 2 inches thick?
Yes, ma'am. Say, anyone ever tell you you look like Patricia Heaton?
Oh, thank you. She's gorgeous.
Yeah. Hey, can we marinate your steaks while you shop and suggest a recipe for the salmon?
Ooh, you had me at marinade. Thanks.
Oh, now I know who you are.
Hi, I'm...
the driver of my kid's school bus.
That's me.
Albertsons, helping make your life easier.
Oh, hi, Miss Heaton. Need help selecting produce?
Do you have any good cooking ideas for mushrooms and tomatoes?
How about pan-seared portobellos and roasted romas?
That sounds good.
Of course, you could saute shiitakes and terrine tomatoes, or braise the buttons and bake some beefsteak.
No more calls. We have a winner. You know your stuff.
I try. We do carry over 300 different kinds of fruits and vegetables.
You've been very helpful. How are you with auditions?
For quality and selection, Albertsons, helping make your life easier.
Zions Bank has absolutely free checking. This means it's absolutely free of hidden fees. Our absolutely free checking comes with absolutely free unlimited check writing and absolutely free online banking and bill pay. All this along with a Visa credit card, an absolutely free Visa debit card, and enrollment in Zions Cash Rewards. We appreciate you, so we want to absolutely free you from hassle with all our absolutely free branches and ATMs available throughout both Utah and Idaho. After all, when all is said and done, the best things in life are, well, family, love, and sharing. Because although our absolutely free checking is absolutely fantastic, hopefully it's not absolutely the best thing in your life.
Hi, I'm Tom Green, branch manager at the Zions Bank Freeway office. Right now, when you open a free checking account, we'll give you an absolutely free box of checks.
Zions Bank member FDIC, equal housing lender. Some restrictions apply. See branch for details. Credit approval required to obtain Visa credit card.
All right, let's take a quick look at tonight's Abra scoreboard, as there's been a full slate of action already. Again, windshield chips or cracks got you down. Let the specialist at Abra take the worry out of your glass replacement or repair. Call 1-888-USA-ABRA to schedule your appointment. In the PCL, as we mentioned earlier, New Orleans survived a Tacoma rally attempt in the bottom of the ninth. The Zephyrs defeating the Rainiers 4-3, so a Bees win again gets them 5.5 up on Tacoma in the Pacific North Division. Getting underway in just a few moments along with this game, Colorado Springs at Nashville and Round Rock hosting Fresno. Later on, Sacramento is at Albuquerque, Tucson hosts Iowa, Omaha visits Las Vegas, and Portland entertains Oklahoma. Meanwhile, in the American League getting underway shortly, the Yankees at Texas, Baltimore at Kansas City, and later Seattle hosts Toronto. Finals from this afternoon, 4-1 as Justin Verlander goes to 13-4 on the year. The Angels pound out 20 hits, score 10 runs in the second inning on their way to a 15-6 thrashing of the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. And in Chicago, the slump continues for the White Sox as the Twins beat the White Sox 7-4. They've tied Chicago for the wild card lead The Yankees actually move into the wild card lead if they beat Texas tonight. And Oakland rolled over Boston 5-1. 2 home runs for Frank Thomas. The A's remain tied with the Angels for the American League West lead. Bottom of the third at Philadelphia, the Phillies lead the Diamondbacks 5-3. Bottom of the third at Washington, the Nationals are up on San Francisco 1-0. Second inning at Atlanta, the Braves won and Florida 0. Cincinnati at Houston later on. In 10 innings, the Mets shut out the Cubs 1-0. Pittsburgh doubled up the Brewers in Milwaukee 8-4. At Denver, St. Louis tripped up Colorado 6-1. And in Los Angeles, the Dodgers were pounded by the Padres 10-3. That's a look at your average scoreboard. Back with the starting lineups for this evening's game right after this on ESPN 1230.
Roy and Donnie's Taste Buds have just finished a Major League Baseball helmet Sunday at Wiener Schnitzel. And here's one Taste Bud. Play-by-play recap.
We started out with a cherry and some serious whipped cream. And then the Tasty Freeze soft serve hit us full on. We brought it back with the hot fudge. And then at the bottom of the helmet, everything came together, and we finished strong.
Enjoy your own baseball helmet Sunday, served in your favorite team's helmet. Collect all 30 teams while they last at Wiener Schnitzel, where we're pushing the boundaries of taste. Offer good for a limited time only at participating locations.
Whether you need a new refrigerator or you want to redecorate the family room, you'll find exactly what you need at R.C. Willey. Of course, you know that R.C. Willey has the area's largest selection of furniture, major appliances, flooring, and electronics. But you may not know that R.C. Willey also has everything you need to relax or entertain outdoors. Choose from a large variety of patio sets, lawn mowers, and barbecue grills. This season, R.C. Willey has everything you need for your home and patio. R.C. Willey, one place, so many possibilities.
Attention motorcycle and ATV riders dreaming of a new Yamaha motorcycle or ATV? Well, stop dreaming and start heading to Plaza Cycle for the huge Yamaha Get Out and Ride sales event. Because right now, you can get payments as low as $89 a month for 24 months with zero down on a huge selection of new Yamaha motorcycles, ATVs, side-by-sides, and scooters. You heard right. Payments as low as $89 a month plus zero down for 2 full years on a new Yamaha. So visit Plaza Cycle today for the huge Get Out and Ride sales event, because an offer this good won't last. Plaza Cycle at 1379 West, 3300 South, in the heart of Salt Lake Valley. Plaza Cycle, walk in, ride out. On the Yamaha card, subject to credit approval through 8/31/06 on select new Yamaha motorcycles, excluding FJR models, ATVs, side-by-sides, and scooters. As low as $89 monthly payment for 24 months at 8.9% APR for amounts financed up to $10,000 for county kept term. Thereafter, the standard rate of 12.99% or 22.99% APR applies. Default rate 24.99%. Minimum finance charge $1. See dealer for ATV age restrictions. Yamaha recommended an approved training course. Call 1-800-887-2887.
Get you ready for tonight's game with the starting lineup brought to you by Salt Lake City Credit Union, above and beyond every day. First of all, for the visiting Salt Lake Bees, here's how manager Brian Harper filled out his lineup card. Leading off the center fielder, Tommy Murphy. Batting second, the shortstop, Eric Ibar. Hitting third, the first baseman, Kendry Morales. Batting cleanup, the third baseman, Mike Elward. Hitting fifth, the designated hitter, Nick Corneau. Batting sixth and catching, Jeff Mathis. Hitting seventh, the second baseman, Casey Smith. Batting eighth, the left fielder, Adam Pavkovich. And hitting ninth, the right fielder, Darren Blakely, with Casey Olenberger pitching. For the homestanding Memphis Redbirds, managed by Danny Schaefer. Leading off the second baseman, Derek Watson. Batting second, the center fielder, Skip Schumacher. Hitting third, the left fielder, Mike Rose. Batting cleanup, the designated hitter, Timo Perez. Batting fifth, the right fielder, Brian Martin. Hitting sixth, the shortstop, John Nelson. Batting seventh, the third baseman, Rico Washington. Hitting eighth, the catcher, Michel Hernandez. And batting ninth, the first baseman, Sean Garrett. Pitching for the Redbirds will be right-hander Dennis Tankersley. It's the Bees and the Redbirds. Game 2 of this scheduled 4-game series. We'll be back with the start of tonight's game right after this timeout. You've been in the on-deck circle on ESPN 1230.
This has been the On Deck Circle, a comprehensive look at today's game. The first pitch is right around the corner, so stay tuned. Salt Lake Bees baseball is coming up next on your home for the Salt Lake Bees, ESPN 1230 AM.
Somebody must have been in an accident that wasn't their fault. Keith Barton just hit that one out of the park.
I'm Keith Barton. And I know when you've been injured in an accident, you need an attorney that will go to bat for you and get you the money you deserve. You need the money quick because you have bills to pay. So the next time you're in an accident, you know what to do. Call in the big hitter, That's me, Keith Barton. It's just that easy to pick up the phone and call us at our new number, 801-IT'S-EASY.
Come sit by Grandpa. I want to show you some old pictures.
Pictures?
Of your mommy when she was a little girl.
She was a little girl?
Sure was. See, that's her.
Who's that by Mommy?
Ooh, that's me.
You used to have hair on your head?
Yes, I did.
What happened to it?
Lost it.
Lost it?
Mm-hmm.
How come your hair was longer than Grandma's hair?
Well, sweetie, back then, having long hair was a personal expression.
What happened to your beard?
My beard? Lost that, too.
Oh.
There are moments that make life meaningful.
You've all sorts of stuff, Grandpa.
No kidding.
At Select Health, we want to help you enjoy each one. With our health and wellness programs, we're striving to help you stay fit and healthy through every stage of life and be right there with you as life unfolds.
Look, Grandpa, you used to be skinny.
Yeah, I think that's enough pictures for today.
And you wore funny bear.
Oh, this is a great idea.
To learn how we're working to make healthcare simpler for you, visit selecthealth.org. Select Health. Simply there.
This year, be a part of a winning season. Catch the excitement of Busch Series racing in the Discount Tire number 41 Dodge. Watch as driver Reed Sorensen powers his way to victory lane. Discount Tire, Utah's tire and wheel experts with 17 locations statewide. Come in for the lowest prices on tires and wheels. Tires starting at $20. Join the excitement of the Discount Tire Sun Chaser 9-hour at Miller Motorsports Park on August 31st through September 2nd. Low prices, more choices. Discount Tire.
The starting pitchers are ready. The lineups have been exchanged. And the hot dogs are ready to go. It's time to play ball. Salt Lake Bees baseball is on the air. Now let's go to the ballpark. Here's the voice of the Salt Lake Bees, Steve Clarke.
Once again, a very good evening to you, and welcome to Salt Lake Bees baseball on a warm, windy evening here in Memphis. The Bees and the Redbirds getting ready to square off in Game 2. Redbirds on the field getting ready, so let's take them around to their positions defensively. Mike Rose is in left, Skip Schumacher in center, Brian Martins in right, Rico Washington at third, John Nelson at short, Derek Watson at second base, and Sean Garrett is at first. A battery of Dennis Tankersley pitching and Michel Hernandez catching. Tankersley making his staff-high 21st start of the year for the Redbirds in 119 in the third innings. He's given up 121 hits, 57 runs, 49 of which have been earned. He has struck out 86 and walked 36, hit 2 batters, thrown 5 wild pitches, and surrendered 11 home runs. Tankersley 4-10 with a 3.70 earned run average. The PCL batting .269 against the 6'2", 215-pound right-hander in his 8th professional season, Dennis Tankersley. Leading off for the Bees, center fielder Tommy Murphy, batting .335, 12 doubles, 2 triples, 2 homers, 24 runs batted in. First pitch of the ball game to Murphy is in at the knees, a strike, and it's 0-1, and we're underway. Darren Hyman, the home plate umpire, DJ Rayburn at first, Ramon Armendariz, the arbiter at third. The 0-1 to Murphy, misses low and outside, ball 1. Tommy last night 2 for 4 in the series opener. Scored the game-tying run in the 8th inning. Now the pitch on the way. Murphy broken bat liner foul quickly into the seats down the right field line. Barrel the bat ends up near first base. To the count 1-2. Dennis Tankersley with Omaha last year won 9 and lost 8. 32 appearances. 23 of them starts for the Royals last year in Omaha. Tankersley, a veteran of the PCL, pitched for several different teams, including Portland for a couple of years, coming up in the Padres organization at one time. Now the right-hander Tankersley ready to go. Gets the sign from the catcher Hernandez, and the pitch swung on, looped toward center field, coming on Schumacher. He'll have to play it on the third bounce as Murphy drops a single into shallow center, and the Bees have their leadoff man aboard. That'll bring up Eric Ibar, the shortstop. Eric batting .314, 14 doubles, 3 triples, 6 homers, 37 runs batted in. For Tankersley, this will be his 9th lifetime start against Salt Lake. He has won 3 and lost 4 in his previous starts against Salt Lake. Now the pitch, fastball high, ball 1. 1-0 the count. Last year in his start on May the 13th with Omaha, he lasted just an inning and 2/3. Gave up 6 hits, 6 runs for them, earned in a loss. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss by Ibar. 0-1 the count on Eric. Switch hitter batting from the left side. Again, the top 3 batters in the lineup. Murphy, Ibar, Morales, all switch hitters, with Blakely hitting out of the number 9 spot, also able to hit from both sides of the plate. Runner at first base, Murphy, 3 stolen bases on the year, but he's been thrown out 10 times. He's a perfect 3 for 3 in stolen bases at the big league level. The 0-1 pitch, Ibar swings and fouls it off, rolling into the Redbird dugout at third, and that pitch shaved about an inch-long sliver off the end of his bat. So he'll have to go get a new piece of lumber. So Tankersley's already broken 2 bats in 2 batters. His best year against Salt Lake was 2004 with Portland, going 2-0 in his 3 starts with a 2.61 earned run average. Now Tankersley ready. The pitch. Low and outside. A ball, 1-2. Again, he's pitched well this year, but has not gotten any run support. Not that anybody really has on this Memphis pitching staff. Redbirds with the lowest run total in the league and the lowest team batting average at a mere 238. Now the pitch. Murphy goes. Swinging a tap foul behind home plate. So we'll do it again at 1-2, with Murphy having to retreat back to first base. So again, the Bees getting a little help today from the New Orleans Zephyrs after the Zephyrs last night had a 1-run lead going into the bottom of the 9th, and Kevin Grybowski, the former Brave, blew the save, giving up 2 runs without getting anybody out. But today he's able to give up 1 run and then hold on for a 4-3 win for the Zephyrs. So again, the Bees with a victory can move 5.5 games up on the division. Portland sitting 10 games back after their win last night, hosting Oklahoma again this evening. There goes Murphy, swinging a high chopper, right side. Second baseman Watson far to his left, gloves it, flips to first for the out. Murphy trying to go all the way to third, and he's out. A slow high bouncer to the right side. Murphy running with the pitch, decided to keep on coming and was thrown out by an eyelash at third. So it'll be 4-3 on the put out of Ibar, 1 out. Murphy thrown out trying to go to third, 3-5. So 2 outs on the play. And that'll bring up Kendry Morales with the bases empty. 311 hitter, 8 doubles, 1 triple, 5 homers, 30 runs batted in. I don't know if Murphy was just trying to be aggressive as Morales takes the pitch outside, ball 1, or if he thought maybe that high chopper had gotten through. Either way, though, he's thrown out at third base. On a close play, but he was out. The 1-0. Morales swings, and it's a high, towering pop-up. The windy conditions will blow this one around. The second baseman backpedaling. Watson makes the catch about 20 feet to the first base side of second to retire the side. So in the inning, no runs, 1 hit, nobody left on base after 1/2 inning of play. The Bees nothing, and Memphis is coming to bat on ESPN 1230.
Hi, evening news? It's the anchorman there. The guy who reads the 6 o'clock news. Yeah, the blonde guy. Well, I need him to mention that I'm looking for a home. Yep, a new home. Well, that way, anyone selling in the area can call me, and we can work out a viewing around my schedule. Yeah, and I'm only available Sunday between 2 and 4. You haven't mentioned that, would you? Thanks.
You don't need to make an announcement when you're looking for a home to buy. Coldwell Banker Residential Brokerage makes it easy to find open houses in a range of styles and prices, including new construction, giving you every advantage in finding a home. You can access information about our open houses on our website. And the more homes you view, the more likely you are to find the one that's absolutely perfect for you. If you're already searching for a home, thinking about buying, or just interested in the local real estate market, go to utahhomes.com today.
No, I'm holding for the anchorman.
To find the open houses you want to see this weekend, visit utahhomes.com. Coldwell Banker Residential Brokerage is owned and operated by NRT Incorporated.
Introducing Papa John's new Sizzlin' Fajita Pizza with onions and peppers, a new Southwestern pizza sauce. Choose marinated steak or grilled chicken for only $11.99. A large Sizzlin' Fajita Pizza, just $11.99. Call now or order online at papajohns.com. Play 100 Sizzlin' Days of Summer at papajohns.com for a chance to win a Chrysler Crossfire. See store or website for details. Limited delivery area charges may apply.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. Out of the first inning, no score. Defensively for the Bees, Adam Pavkovich is in left field, Tommy Murphy in center, and Darren Blakely's in right. Mike Elward at third, Eric Ibar at short, Casey Smith at second, and Kendry Morales is at first. A battery of Casey Olenberger pitching and Jeff Mathis catching. For Olenberger, his 18th appearance, his 15th start. In 74 innings, he's given up 79 hits, 50 runs, 42 of them earned. He has struck out 43 and walked 34. First pitch to Derek Wathen, a strike in the outside corner at the belt, 0-1. Casey 4-2 with a 5.11 earned run average. The PCL batting .273 against Olenberger, who delivers to Wathen. Swinging a ground ball foul in between the coach's box and the bag at first, and the count's 0-2. Wathen batting .252, 12 doubles, 6 triples, 2 homers, 10 runs batted in. Did not play last night. Now the wind by Casey in the 0-2. Swinging a ground ball to short. Ibar charging, gloving on the knee-high hop. Sets and throws a strike to first for the out. One away. That'll bring up Skip Schumacher, the center fielder, hitting an even 300. 10 doubles, 2 triples, 3 homers, 20 runs batted in. Casey Olenberger trying to turn things around a little bit, as Casey has seen his earned run average climb from 3.93 on the 20th of May to 5.11 here. Pitch on the way. Fastball in for a strike to Schumacher, and the count's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike to count. In at third, Elward to guard against the potential bunt. The pitch from Olenberger to Schumacher is low for a ball, 1-1. Just a reminder that the Bees pitching staff combines to strike out 10 or more batters in a 9-inning game tonight. Cal Solio Distributors and Kendall Oil will donate $125 to the Multiple Sclerosis Society of Utah. 1-1 pitch, strike in under the letters, and it's 1-2. Kendall Super D 3-engine oil designed to give you what you need. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Casey Olenberger making his first start against Memphis. The pitch, fastball, strike 3 called in at the knees. And there's the first punch out for Olenberger, and it's 2 up, 2 down here in the Redbird first. Brings up Mike Rose, the left fielder. Former Sacramento River Cat and Las Vegas 51, batting .232. 10 doubles, 7 homers, 16 runs batted in, 0 for 4 last night. Olenberger has had 4 no decisions and a loss in his last 5 starts. First pitch, fastball high, ball 1. His last win came on June the 4th at Fresno, where he pitched 6 scoreless innings, allowing only 1 hit. The 1-0 pitch on the way, and it's a little bit low. A fastball, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes to count on the left-hand hitting Mike Rose, a switch hitter batting left-handed against the right-hander Olenberger. Casey delivers, and it's inside at the knees. A breaking ball, 3-0. Olenberger, 6'4", 240 in his 4th professional season, his 2nd in organized baseball. 3-0 pitch on the way, and it's down the middle, a strike 3-1. Memphis, the 5th team that Mike Rose has played for in the PCL, having worn the uniform of Tucson, Omaha, Sacramento, and Las Vegas in the past. Now the 3-1 pitch to Rose, swung on and a high, towering pop fly, shallow center field. Tommy Murphy coming in, calling everybody up, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. And it's a Keith Barton and Associates 1-2-3 inning. It's just that easy. At the end of 1, Bees nothing, Memphis nothing on ESPN 1230.
Hershey's presents the Soul to Soul 2 Tour, starring Tim McGraw and Faith Hill. It's been 6 long years. Now the wait is over. By overwhelming demand, a second show added. Saturday night, August 5th at Delta Center. Tim McGraw and Faith Hill in the round. combined over 60 million records sold and 35 number one singles. Electrifying performances by Tim and Faye in the concert event of the year. Two superstars, one stage. A night you'll never forget. Tickets are on sale now at the Delta Center box office, Ticketmaster, charge by phone, or get them at Ticketmaster.com. Saturday night, August 5th at Delta Center. Don't miss Tim McGraw and Faith Hill. Presented by Hershey. Produced by AEG Live and Outback Concerts.
Hey, guys.
Yeah?
I'm not feeling too good.
Oh, you're looking a tad green for a raccoon.
I think it might be the taco burrito I ate.
What?
Why?
It was cheap.
Well, you're paying for it now.
Oh.
Why eat junk at night when you can go to Wendy's? We make everything fresh right when you order, like our new 99-cent crispy chicken sandwich. That's right, all white meat chicken for just 99 cents.
Oh.
Why didn't you just go to Wendy's?
Not too bright.
Make it a Wendy's night and do what tastes right till 2 a.m. Prices and participation may vary.
We go to the second inning. It's a 0-0 ball game. Mike Elwert, Nick Gorneau, Jeff Memphis to face right-hander Dennis Tankersley. Elwert batting .293, 15 doubles, 4 homers, 33 runs batted in, 1 for 4 last night. Takes a strike at the knees, 0-1. Elwert singled to lead off the 4th inning last night and then came home on the Nick Gorneau 2-run homer. Now the 0-1 pitch. Elwert takes one in the dirt. That evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Tankersley, in his last start on the 21st of July at Iowa, took a 3-1 loss, giving up 3 earned runs on 6 hits in 6 innings. Pitch on the way, fastball up and into the right-hand batter, and the count on Elwert 2-1. 3-6 here in Memphis, 1-4 on the road for Tankersley. Now the 2-1. Swung on and skied to right field. Brian Martin jogging in. He'll get there and he'll make the catch for out number 1. So Elwert retired. That'll bring up Nick Gorneau, the designated hitter. Gorneau batting .277, 18 doubles, 4 triples, 13 homers, 62 runs batted in. Gorneau with a 2-run home run yesterday is again his first home run since coming off the fractured patella. Now the pitch. Gorneau takes a strike on the inside corner at the bell at 0-1. He could give the Bees a big lift if he could get that bat hot again as it was prior to his injury. Was leading the PCL and runs batted in when he got hurt after winning the RBI total last year as Tankersley misses outside with a fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gorneau, feet spread apart, the pitch. Down low, ball 2. 2-1 the count. Tacoma's outfield took a hit today as the Mariners designated outfielder Carl Everett for assignment. There's a pitch strike on the outside corner as Gorneau checked his swing, but it was a called strike on the outside corner at the knees. As outfielder Chris Snelling was recalled from Tacoma, and then in the middle of the game, actually in the second inning, Sin Chu Chu had to come out because the Mariners were trading him to Cleveland for Ben Broussard. As Gorneau chops one over the mound, the second baseman Watson to his right has it. Sets and throws to first for the out. 2 up, 2 down here in the Salt Lake second. That'll bring up Jeff Mathis, the catcher, batting .306. 24 doubles, 2 triples, 3 homers, 33 runs batted in. Jeff working on an 8-game hitting streak. 2 for 4 last night. There's also a player to be named later that will eventually go from the Seattle organization to Cleveland. A lot of moves made today as we're down to 5 days before the trade deadline as Mathis swings and misses, strike 1. The A's option Jason Windsor back to Sacramento. Recalling pitcher Randy Kiesler, a lefty from the River Cats. The 0-1 pitch, swinging and a miss out in front of an off-speed pitch, 0-2. The Yankees acquired former Stingers catcher Sal Fasano from Philadelphia for a minor league infielder and then designated catcher Kelly Stinnett for assignment. No balls, 2 strikes the count on Mathis. Tankersley's pitch swung on and popped up. Short right field, the second baseman Watson backpedaling out, still backpedaling out. Now in comes the right fielder Martin, who makes the catch as they narrowly avoid a collision between Martin and Watson out in short right field. The Bees 3 up, 3 down in the second. After an inning and a half, it remains the Bees nothing and Memphis nothing on ESPN 1230.
Athletes can't perform on an empty stomach.
Strike one.
The Old Spaghetti Factory is the perfect place for your pregame and postgame feasts, team parties, and more. Fill up our delicious homemade mouth-watering dishes. No one speaks the international language of yum like the Old Spaghetti Factory. Serving the best memories in town. It's the perfect place for any occasion. And now, featuring the amazing adventures of Wally the Trolley for our guests 10 and younger. Catch a ride with Wally and his trolley trio as they explore the world. Sign up for our Kids Club at www.osf.com. It's safe, simple, fun, and on your next birthday, lunch is on us. Conveniently located to serve you in Trolley Square, Taylorsville, and Orem. Good food, good fun, and deliciously complete meals. The Old Spaghetti Factory is where to wind up. The Old Spaghetti Factory in Trolley Square, Taylorsville, and Orem.
Welcome to McDonald's. Can I take your order?
Come on, what do you want? Well, I don't know what I want for breakfast because I can't think before I have breakfast. But how do I decide what I want for breakfast if I can't think until I get breakfast?
You'll have a number one with a large coffee.
Snap out of it with the delicious bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddle sandwich from McDonald's. And if you need more help in the morning, visit McMornings.com.
It's like you read my mind. It's a pretty short book.
At participating McDonald's.
We go to the bottom of the second inning. Bees nothing, Memphis nothing. It'll be Timo Perez, Brian Martin, and John Nelson, the 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up for the Memphis batting order to face right-hander Casey Olenberger. Timo Perez batting .278, 9 doubles, 2 triples, 9 homers, 25 runs batted in. Has appeared in 18 games for the Cardinals this year. The pitch, fastball down the middle, a strike, and it's 0-1. Hit .240 for St. Louis. 6 for 25, a double, a homer, and 2 RBI. He was hitless in 4 at-bats last night as Olenberger delivers a strike on the outside corner at the knees, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes the count on the left-hand batter who spent the last 2 years, including 2005 with the White Sox. As his World Series ring, the 0-2 pitch, check swing foul off the glove. The catcher Memphis back to the screen, and the count's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, getting back to some of the moves that were made today. After the pitch, swing and a miss out in front of a changeup. Perez, second strikeout for Olenberger, and there's 1 down in the second inning. One of the things that Charles Nagy, the pitching coach, talks about is that Casey can be successful if he trusts his changeup. Sometimes he tends to get away from throwing that pitch, and that's when he gets himself in trouble. Here's Brian Martin, the right fielder, batting an even .300. 4 doubles, 2 homers, 14 runs batted in. A couple of singles and 3 at-bats last night for Memphis as Olenberger deals. And it's a fastball strike, 0-1. Kansas City recalled infielder Andres Blanco from Omaha. Now Olenberger ready, the pitch. Swung on, lifted in the air towards left, the wind carrying it out, but Adam Pavkovich is there and makes the catch, actually coming in a bit for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down here in the Memphis second inning. That'll bring up John Nelson, the shortstop. Nelson batting .223, 12 doubles, a triple, 17 home runs to lead the Redbirds, and 38 runs batted in. Went 2 for 4 last night, including a 2-run home run in the second inning. That put Memphis ahead 2-0 at the time. Olenberger's pitch, fastball inside, ball 1. Cincinnati Reds designated for assignment Joe Mays, former Buzz pitcher. Now the line by Olenberger, the 1-0. Martin takes inside at the knees, ball 2. Don't forget to be on the lookout when the Bees are at home for the Albertsons triple play for charity. If the Bees pull off a triple play at home, Albertsons will donate $1,000 worth of groceries to the Utah Food Bank. 2-0 pitch to Martin, and he pops it up. Right side of the infield, Kendry Morales staggering a little bit underneath it, but he makes the catch to retire the side. And for the second straight inning, 3 up, 3 down. Another Keith Barton associate. 1, 2, 3 inning. It's just that easy. As we go to the third, Bees nothing, Memphis nothing on ESPN 1230.
A Attention motorcycle and ATV riders dreaming of a new Yamaha motorcycle or ATV? Stop dreaming and start heading to Plaza Cycle for the huge Yamaha Get Out and Ride sales event. Because right now, you can get payments as low as $39 a month for 24 months with zero down on a huge selection of new Yamaha motorcycles, ATVs, side-by-sides, and scooters. You heard right, payments as low as $39 a month, plus zero down for 2 full years on a new Yamaha. So get to Plaza Cycle today for the huge Get Out and Ride sales event. Because an offer this good won't last. Plaza Cycle at 1379 West, 3300 South, in the heart of Salt Lake Valley. Plaza Cycle. Walk in, ride out. On the Yamaha cars, subject to credit approval through 8/31/06 on select new Yamaha motorcycles, including FJR models, ATVs, side-by-sides, and scooters. As low as $39 monthly payment. 24 months at 8.9% APR for non-financed over $4,800 if you haven't yet through. Thereafter, the standard rate of 12.99% is 2.9% APR price. Default rate is 24.99%. Minimum finance charge $1. TV list for ATV age restrictions. Yamaha recommends on free trade stores. Call 1-800-872-87.
My fellow pirates, it's time. What are you talking about? He's always making these big promises. McDonald's makes it easy for you to find fortune. Just check out Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean. Dead Man's Chest now in theaters. Then get a Big Mac sandwich, steal the tab, find the code, and you could win great riches, like a new Volvo. It's easy to win. Unlock it.
No purchase necessary. Open to legal residents of the U.S., Puerto Rico, and Canada. 13 or older. Game until 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:31:06. A while distribution supplies last. Car game until 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:31:06. See official rules inside participating McDonald's or at playitincd.com for complete details. Void prohibited.
We go to the third inning. Bees nothing and Memphis nothing. Each pitcher has faced the minimum number of batters, although the Bees did get a single in the first inning. And then Eric Ibar hit a high chopper to the right side that Tommy Murphy, running on the pitch, tried to go all the way to third on, but got thrown out after Ibar was tossed out at first. Here's Casey Smith, who had his 14-game hitting streak snapped yesterday, going 0 for 3. First pitch on the way is lifted in the air down the right field line. Brian Martin drifting towards the stripe, stops, waits, and makes the catch for the out. That's the third put out of the last 4 batters for Martin in right field. So Casey Smith retired on the first pitch, and that'll bring up Adam Pamkovich. Batting .238, 10 doubles, a triple, 8 homers, 31 runs batted in. Did not play last night after going 0 for 10 in the series against Tucson. Time now for our third inning update of the Alvarez scoreboard. Again, earlier today, New Orleans edged Tacoma 4-3. First pitch on the way. Pamkovich takes a curveball strike, and it's 0-1. Second inning at Nashville. The Sounds lead Colorado Springs 1-0. Now the one-strike pitch. Pamkovich swings, and he hits another fly ball to right. A busy night for Brian Martin. In a couple of steps, in one more before making the catch. 3 pitches, 2 out. Brings up Darren Blakely, the right fielder, batting an even .200 since joining the Bees. 1 double, 2 homers, and 2 runs batted in. 0 for 4 last night. Fresno at Round Rock, 0-0 in the second. Later on, Sacramento at Albuquerque. Tucson hosts Iowa. Omaha visits Las Vegas, and Oklahoma takes on Portland at PGE Park. First pitch to Blakely, runs up, shows bunt, and takes inside, ball 1. In the American League, they're in the second at Arlington. The Yankees out in front of Texas 2-0. Yankees take over the wild card lead with a win. Now Tankersley ready, the pitch. Fastball high, ball 2. 2-0 the count on Blakely. Bottom of the first at Kansas City. The Royals and Baltimore are scoreless. Toronto and Seattle still an hour and a half away from getting started at Safeco. Pitch to Blakely, low and outside, ball 3. 3-0 the count on the left-handed batter. Again, Detroit down Cleveland 4-1 as Justin Verlander went to 13-4. Todd Jones is 27 save. 3-0 pitch to Blakely. A little bit low, ball 4. There's the first walk of the ball game, issued by Tankersley. And so Blakely aboard at first with 2 out. Brings up Tommy Murphy, who flared a single into center field his first time up. The Angels ripped Tampa Bay 15-6. More on that game in a little bit. Minnesota topped the White Sox, completing a 3-game series sweep, 7-4. And Oakland down Boston 5-1. 2 home runs for Frank Thomas. Blakely at first has not attempted a steal in a Salt Lake uniform, but he does draw a throw. National League in the 6th inning. Phillies once led Arizona 5-0. It's now Philadelphia 6 and the D-backs 4. Blakely, the lead at first base. Tankersley ready. The pitch to Murphy. Fastball strike on the outside corner. Thenese 0-1. Washington 2, San Francisco 1. Giants batting in the top of the 5th. at Atlanta. The Braves 3, the Marlins nothing in the 5th. Brian McCann with his 12th home run of the year for the Braves. Now Tankersley ready. The 0-1. Murphy takes high, and that evens the count at 1-1. Second inning at Houston, the Astros won and the Reds won. On solo homers, Rich Aurelia for Cincinnati, Craig Biggio for Houston. The Mets shut out the Cubs 1-0 in 10 innings. Pittsburgh doubled up Milwaukee 8-4. Colorado lost at home to St. Louis 6-1, and the Padres ripped the Dodgers in Los Angeles 10-3. Jake Peavy, the winner, also homers in that game. Swing and a miss, and the count 1-2. Off-speed pitch that Murphy was way out in front of. And now the count 1 ball, 2 strikes on Tommy Murphy with Blakely at first base. 2 out. Here in the 3rd, no score. Tankersley ready. And the 1-2. Murphy takes the fastball just a little bit outside. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jim Eppard, the hitting coach at first, with a word for Blakely over at first base. Manager Brian Harper, of course, coaching over at 3rd. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Blakely takes off. The pitch is in the dirt and hits the umpire Hernandez after it gets by Darren Hyman gets hit in the arm. That'll be a stolen base for Darren Blakely, and there's a runner at second base with 2 out. Three balls, 2 strikes. Now a runner in scoring position for Murphy. Tankersley ready. The 3-2 payoff pitch. Swung on and ripped up the alley in right center field. Martin going back. It's off the base of the wall. Blakely scores. Murphy racing around second. On his way to 3rd with an RBI triple. And the Bees take a 1-0 lead. Tommy Murphy's 3rd 3-bagger of the year. And so his 25th run batted in. And that makes it 1-0 in favor of the Bees. Brings up Eric Ibar. Ibar grounded into that weird double play his last time up. First pitch is missing for a ball, 1-0. One ball, no strikes to count. Now the right-hander ready, and the 1-0. Ibar swings and skies it to center field. Schumacher, the center fielder, camped underneath it, and he makes the catch to retire the side. 1 run, 1 hit. 1 runner left on base. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Bees 1, Memphis nothing on ESPN 1230.
Sir, can you hear me?
Imagine you've just been in a traffic accident.
Sir, can you hear me?
And right now, the pressure of the steering wheel against your chest is preventing you from answering this question, while your smashed door is preventing the emergency crew from providing you with the help you're very much in need of.
Okay, sir, we're going to get some equipment in here and get you out of there just as quickly as possible. We need those over here right away.
Imagine the feeling of knowing this happened because you were driving dangerously, driving when you maybe shouldn't have, or allowing yourself to be distracted. Imagine hoping you'll wake up from this nightmare, but not being able to. Imagine the flashing lights and the smell of gasoline.
Sir, can you squeeze my hand?
Now, imagine why they're not bothering to ask these questions to anyone else who was in your car. Consider this a reminder. No one understands the importance of driving safely like someone who didn't. 0 fatalities. It's a goal we can all live with.
This year, be a part of a winning season. Catch the excitement of Busch Series racing in the Discount Tire number 41 Dodge. Watch as driver Reed Sorensen powers his way to victory lane. Discount Tire, Utah's tire and wheel experts with 17 locations statewide. Come in for the lowest prices on tires and wheels. Tires starting at $20. Join the excitement of the Discount Tire Sun Chaser 9-hour at Miller Motorsports Park on August 31st through September 2nd. Low prices, more choices. Discount Tire.
bottom of the third inning now here in Memphis. The Bees taking a 1-0 lead on the run-scoring triple by Tommy Murphy. Rico Washington, the third baseman, to lead things off for Memphis in the third. And the first pitch is fouled off the screen, strike one. Washington batting 165, 4 doubles, 2 homers, and 8 runs batted in since coming up from Double-A Springfield. 0 for 4 last night. The 0-1 pitch, and that's a changeup missing a little bit high, ball one. Washington, Michel Hernandez, and Sean Garrett, the bottom third of the Memphis order, 2 up. Now Olenberger deals, swinging a ground foul into the Bees' dugout at first, and the count's 1-2. If you have a youngster 14 and under, you can stop by the Larry H. Miller Chevrolet location at 5650 South State Street in Murray and enter them to win a chance to be the honorary bat kid at a Bees home game. Larry H. Miller Chevrolet, after all, you know this guy. Here's a swing and a fastball. And it's up over the head and off the computer. And the count's 1-2. And actually, this computer can take a licking and keep on ticking. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count, the pitch. Fastball inside, 2-2 the count. Washington leading things off here in the third. Now the pitch. Swung on and sliced foul out of play down the left field side. Bouncing in and out of the stand, so the count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Again, earlier today, the Angels routed Tampa Bay 15-6 to retain a share of first place in the American League West. Now the pitch. Swung on, line center field. Murphy racing back, still going back, reaches out and makes it over the shoulder grab, just shy of the warning track. Tommy Murphy taking extra bases away from Rico Washington, racing back, the wind trying to carry it away from him, and he had to reach out at the last minute to make that over-the-shoulder catch, which could very well be our Mountains West Ranches defensive play of the game. Here's Michel Hernandez, who takes a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike the count. The pitch. Long on, that's driven in the air towards right. Blakely going back, slows down on the track, backpedaling, makes the catch for out number 2. A couple of well-hit balls here in the third, but nothing to show for it for Memphis batters, but at-bats. That'll bring up Sean Garrett, the first baseman, used as a pinch hitter yesterday and was robbed of a hit on a diving catch by Jason Espedo in left field. Batting 115, 1 homer, 4 runs batted in. Last year was Sacramento. The pitch. Low and inside. Ball 1 to the left-handed batter. Hit .333 against Salt Lake pitching in a River Cats uniform. 18 for 54. Had the second most RBI with 13 as he grounds one off the mound. Ibar, the shortstop, to his left. From behind second base. Throws to first for the out. And that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down go the Redbirds again. Another Keith Barton and Associates 1-2-3 inning. It's just that easy. After 3, it's the Bees 1, Memphis nothing on ESPN 1230.
Mountains West Ranches Recreational Properties has beautiful recreational and cabin properties conveniently located by Starvation Reservoir. They offer 5, 10, 20, 40, and 80-acre or larger parcels at reasonable pricing with guaranteed access and simple, easy owner, low-down, low monthly financing. There's an abundance of wildlife, including deer and elk, that roam the property year-round. There are endless ATV trails, snowmobiling, hiking, boating, camping, fishing, horseback riding, spectacular views, and so much more. But most of all, you'll escape the rat race of the city and enjoy sheer peace, quiet, rest, and relaxation. Call us to schedule your appointment, 1-877-894-5658, or check our website at mwranches.com. Mountains West Ranches, where the air is clean, the skies are blue, the water is clear, and the magnificent views are waiting there for you to enjoy.
Denny's works for me because I like bacon, sausage, and ham, usually at the same time. And I can get all that at Denny's for just a few bucks. I mean, you know, how many places can you still say that about? I can think of about 1.
Denny's is also the one place you can go for the new Extreme Grand Slam. It has more bacon and sausage than ever, plus 2 eggs, hash browns, and pancakes. One of 3 new Super Slams for just $5.99 each. Denny's.
Works for me.
Price and participation may vary for a limited time only.
We head to the 4th inning here in Memphis. Steve Klauke with you as the Bees have a 1-0 lead over the Redbirds. Kendry Morales, Mike Elward, and Nick Gorneau. The 3, 4, and 5 hitters are due up in the Salt Lake batting order. Kendry Morales popped up to the second baseman. Derek Watson his first time up. Tankersley ready. The pitch. Broken bat grounded to first. Fielded on one hop by Garrett. The long underhand toss to Tankersley in plenty of time for the out as the barrel of the bat went flying into the Bees dugout. So for the second straight inning, the leadoff hitter is retired on the first pitch. 1 out. That'll bring up Mike Elward. Flied out to Brian Martin in right field his first time up. If you're between the ages of 8 and 13 or know someone who is, you can have them call the action with me from the press box. It's a Great Clips junior broadcaster. Enter to win at Eddie Wasatch Front. Great Clips location. Relax. It's Great Clips. So 1 out, bases empty. The first pitch to Elward. Started after it, held up. The breaking ball's a called strike on the outside corner at the knees, 0-1. In that Angels 15-6 win, everybody in the starting lineup had at least 1 hit, and it scored 1 run by the end of the 3rd inning. 0-1 curveball is in the dirt, 1-1. Howie Kendrick hit his first major league home run, going 2 for 5, lifting his average to 280. Curtis Pride is a pinch hitter. Doubled and then stayed in the game to single. Here's Elward, a high fly ball. Center field, Schumacher a few steps to his left towards right center. And he makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down here in the Salt Lake 4th. Brings up Nick Gorneau. Bounced out to the second baseman Watson his first time up. Pride playing in his 400th career major league game, going 2 for 2. Rob Quinlan, 2 for 5, 3 runs batted in to go to 308. Reggie Willits, 0 for 1. Now, time called. The bad news out of that game, Bartolo Colon had to leave after 1 inning due to a problem with his right elbow. Pitch a strike in the outside corner at the knees, 0-1. His next scheduled start is not until Tuesday, and if it doesn't come around, or if they find some damage, I would guess the likely candidate to go up would be Joe Saunders. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss by Gorneau and a slider, and the count's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Bees leading 1-0. We're in the 4th here at AutoZone Park. Now Tankersley into his motion. Hernandez sets up outside. The pitch is that way, but Gorneau tries to send it that way and sends a high, deep drive way out of play into right field. So the count remains 0-2. 2 strikes the count on the right-handed batter. Now Tankersley into his windup, the 0-2. Gorneau takes just a little bit low with a slider that misses downstairs, ball 1. 1-2 the count on Gorneau. Outfield, deep and around towards left. In that 22-mile-an-hour wind blowing out towards left. Very inviting. Swing and a miss to the slider. He struck him out, and that retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. As we go to the bottom of the 4th, it remains the Bees 1 and Memphis nothing on ESPN 1230.
Med1 Medical. Med1 Medical.
Are you using the same smelly mask and tubing that you got when you started? Masks and tubing should be replaced regularly. You won't believe how much nicer it is to breathe in a new mask. It's healthier, too. Call Med1 today at 800-248-5882. With a new mask, you'll have fewer colds and sore throats. Do you snore when you're wearing your CPAP? If your CPAP is working as it should, you should never snore when you have the CPAP machine on. An old, worn-out mask causes leaks and will not allow your CPAP machine to operate at the correct pressure.
Schedule an appointment to visit our sleep laboratory and bring your CPAP machine, and we'll do a free pressure check and give you a free CPAP tube. Sign up for our Sleep Smart Gold maintenance program, and your first mask is free. Call 800-248-5882.
Med One Medical. Med One Medical.
Hi, Paul Hartman here. You know, if I were to hire somebody for my business, I would want to see their resume. That's why I think it's only fair to give you our resume right now. We have 20 years servicing the Wasatch area. Family owned and operated. Winner of last year's top technician training program. Always staffed 24 hours, 7 days a week. And we specialize in finding you the best solution for your comfort with energy savings. With over 71% repeat and customer referral rate, we know we're doing our job right. So, when you're in need, call Hartman Heating and Air, 264-8300, serving the heart of your home and business.
We move along to the bottom of the fourth inning here in Memphis. 1-0 the score in favor of the Bees. It'll be the top of the order. Derek Watson, Skip Schumacher, and Mike Rose as Casey Ohlenberger retired all 9 batters he faced through the first trip through the Memphis batting order. So here's Derek Watson to see if he can fare any better the second time around. He grounded out to the shortstop Eric Ibar his first time up. Shows bunt, pops the bunt into the air. Mathis racing towards the dugout, makes the basket catch, falls down to the first step, but is able to hang on. Great play by Jeff Mathis, racing back on that foul bunt over to the top step of the dugout. Actually made one step into the dugout after making the catch, but he was held up by one of his teammates down there. I believe it might have been his pitching coach, Charles Nagy, who made the play down there to keep Mathis upright. So good play by Jeff Mathis to open up the fourth, and that'll bring up Skip Schumacher, called out on strikes his first time up. Another example of why Mathis twice in his career has been the Angels organizational minor league defensive player of the year. The pitch is high, ball one. Won the award in 2003 and again last year. The 1-0 pitch, Schumacher swings and lines one into left center field. On the run, here's Murphy making the Bill the Cap high catch in left center for the out. Well hit ball, but it held up for Murphy to be able to run it down, and there's 2 away here in the fourth inning. Here's Mike Rose, who flied out to Murphy, his first time up. Time now for a look at this date in Salt Lake PCL history, brought to you by Med One Medical, the exclusive provider of Sleep Smart Gold. On the first pitch on the way, Rose swings and misses, strike one. On this date 2 years ago in 2004, Curtis Pride ties a franchise record by smashing 4 doubles in the Stingers' 16-11 loss to the Beavers in Portland. There's a pitch missing downstairs for a ball. The count on Rose evens up at 1 ball and 1 strike. The outfield shaded towards left. The pitch swung on and lifted foul. Third base side up onto the roof and out of play, and the count's 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes, the count on Mike Rose. With 2 outs and the bases empty here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Bees 1, Memphis nothing. Now Ohlenberger ready, the pitch. Swing and a foul back into the screen, and the count remains 1-2. Rose, a PCL All-Star 2 years ago with the River Cats. The 1-2 pitch. Heard ball low, 2-2 as a catcher. He had 281, 6 homers, 49 runs batted in. He's appeared in 17 Major League games with Oakland and the Dodgers, 15 of them with L.A. last year. 9 hits overall in 45 at-bats with a home run that he hit last year. Rose originally drafted by the Astros in 1995. Now Ohlenberger winds, and now the 2-2. Fastball upstairs, 3-2. Just the first full count that Ohlenberger has worked to in this game. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Now Ohlenberger's payoff pitch. Curveball low, and the Redbirds have their first base runner on a 2-out walk. So Rose on down to first. That'll bring up Timo Perez, who struck out swinging his first time up, as Casey pitches from the stretch now for the first time tonight. Again, that look at this date in Salt Lake PCL history brought to you by Med One Medical, the exclusive provider of Sleep Smart Gold. Stop in for a free CPAP pressure check and free tubing. Med One Medical, 10712 South 13th East in Sandy, as Perez takes a fastball high, ball 1. 1-0 the count to the left-handed batter. who actually began his professional career in Japan, playing 4 seasons there before being signed by the Mets. The 1-0 pitch, Perez swings, and he pops it up behind home plate. Helmet off, mask tossed aside. Memphis makes the catch to retire the side. So no runs, no hits, a walk. There was one runner left on the base paths. And so after 4 complete here in Memphis, it remains the Bees 1 and the Redbirds nothing on ESPN 1230.
Paulie Colosimo here.
Yo, along with Joey as always. So, Paulie, tell the folks why we're so excited for spring to get here.
That's easy, so we can sunbathe in our Speedos, right?
Well, I do enjoy that. And with the packs we have, the ladies enjoy it too. But that's not what I had in mind.
Oh, well, you must be talking about grilling some of our Magnifico Colosimo sausages then.
That's exactly what I'm talking about, Paulie.
Bada bing.
When most people think about grilling, they think about chicken or steaks. But those are wimp meat.
Yeah, if you want something with real taste and real kick, you gotta go with authentic Colosimo sausages on the grill.
Oh, yeah.
Some nice thick brats, a mild Italian or Tuscan. Just thinking about it makes me saliva ache.
Yeah, some hot Italian, which kind of reminds me of us in our Speedo.
A couple of hot Italians. You got that right, Joey.
Colosimo sausage. The sausage people. Now available at Dan's, Macy's, and Smith's.
Dreaming of owning your own home? Cypress Credit Union would like to make your dream a reality with fantastic rates on low-fee construction and mortgage loans. Visit cypresscu.com or speak to a mortgage specialist at 260-7600. We'll help you determine your home buying power and the loan that best fits your needs. Mention this ad and we'll waive the $175 processing fee when you get your mortgage.
Cypress Credit Union. Your future is our future.
Equal housing lender.
We enter the 5th inning here in Memphis. Still the Bees 1 and the Redbirds nothing. Jeff Mathis, Casey Smith, and Adam Paskovich due up to face right-hander Dennis Tankersley. Mathis flied out to Martin and right his first time up. As Tankersley deals. Swinging a pop foul back behind home plate. Hernandez gives chase, but he won't be able to get to it as it lands in the second row. Strike 1. Our 5th inning, middle of the game reset of the Memphis defensive alignment. Mike Rose, Skip Schumacher, and Brian Martin in left, center, and right. Rico Washington, John Nelson, Derek Watson, and Sean Garrett. The infield third to first. Now the 0-1. Mathis swings, and it's a flare into right center field. Racing out the second baseman. Watson gets there and makes the catch about 30 feet back on the right center field grass for out number 1. That'll bring up Casey Smith, who flied out to Martin and right his first time up. Battery of Tankersley pitching and Hernandez catching. That Padres win over the Dodgers, the 8th straight loss for L.A. as they continue to sink in the National League West. Casey Smith takes low and inside, ball 1. Padres are now 5-0 at Dodger Stadium this season. The 1-0 pitch, Casey swings, and it's a drive to deep center field. Schumacher going back, still going back. It's over his head, and it one-hops the wall. And Smith on his way to second base with a double. He adds to his career high. That's his 22nd two-base hit as he rifled one over the head of Schumacher in center field, getting a little help, I'm sure, from the breeze. But Casey got a hold of that one. So that'll bring up Adam Paskovich. He flied out to Martin in right field his first time up. So Adam trying to snap a skid here. He is hitless in his last 16 at-bats. There's a breaking ball in the dirt. Ball 1. 1-0 the count. He's leading by a score of 1-0 here in the top of the 5th. Casey Smith at second base with one out. Now Tankersley ready, the 1-0. Paskovich takes a strike on the inside corner above the knees, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pavkovich, at the very least, would like to somehow get Casey over to third. Now the pitch. Breaking ball low, 2-1, the count on Pavkovich. 2 balls, 1 strike. And tomorrow night, Steven Shell tries to turn things around against right-hander John Webb, who's 4-8. Now the 2-1 pitch. Pavkovich grounds one, past the diving Rico Washington in the left field. Casey Smith can only advance to third on the play as he had to hold up just in case Washington made that stop with a play right in front of him. So Casey Smith to third, Pavkovich snapping that 0-for-16 skid. And now the Bees have runners at the corners with 1 out for Darren Blakely, who walked, stole second, and scored on the triple by Murphy in the 3rd inning. So runners at the corners, 1 out. Don't forget the Bees return home 1 week from tonight against Albuquerque, and on Friday the 4th and Saturday the 5th, the first appearance of the famous Chickens since AAA baseball returned to Salt Lake. Pitch to Blakely, outside at the knees, ball 1. So make your plans now to see the mascot that started it all, the famous Chicken, on Friday the 4th and Saturday the 5th. The box office opens tomorrow from 8:30 to 5:30, as it will all week long through Friday. 1 ball to count. The fake to third, the look towards first, but Pavkovich wasn't fooled by that over at first base. So 1 ball to count on Blakely. Runners at the corners, the infield double play depth as Tankersley delivers the 1-0. Swung on, hit deep but well foul, hooking into the middle deck down the right field line, and the count's even at 1-1. Triple deck stadium with regular seating in the lower deck, regular seating and suites on the middle level, suites up on the press box level. 1 ball, 1 strike on Blakely. The pitch. Swung on, line towards center. Barton coming on, makes the catch. Tagging at third, Smith. Here comes Casey. Here comes the throw. The slide, he's safe. A sacrifice fly and a run batted in by Darren Blakely extends the Bees' lead to 2-0. The throw just a little bit up the line on the first base side of the plate, forcing Hernandez to glove it and then reach back. And Casey able to get that left foot in before Hernandez could apply the tag. Pavkovich holds at first base, and it's Blakely's 3rd run batted in since joining the team, the first time he's driven in someone other than himself, meaning that his other 2 RBI came on solo homers. So now 2-0 Bees. A runner at first base, 2 out for Tommy Murphy, who singled in the first, tripled in the first run in the 3rd. So runner at first base, 2 out. The pitch. Breaking ball low, ball 1 to Murphy. Switch hitter batting left-handed against the right-hander Dennis Tankersley. Last year, 9-8 at Omaha. His 4.24 earned run average, 9th best in the PCL right now. 9th best is almost a run less at 3.39. 1-0 pitch on the way. Fastball in at the knees. A strike, 1-1. Some outstanding pitching in the PCL this year. Usually there's 4 or 5 teams with a staff ERA over 5. This year, there's only 1 at this point, Colorado Springs at 5.04. 1 ball, 1 strike the count on Murphy. The pitch. Strike on the outside corner at the knees, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2-0 Bees here in the 5th. Three years ago, Tankersley led the PCL by striking out 148 batters while he was with Portland. Now from the stretch, Tankersley ready. The runner takes off. The pitch is off the glove of Hernandez. And on to second base is Pavkovich with a stolen base. His 4th in 10 tries this year. So the count on Murphy's 2 balls and 2 strikes. And now a runner's in scoring position with 2 out. Two balls, 2 strikes. Hernandez behind the plate now with a sign down. And the target up. Tankersley ready. The 2-2 to Murphy. Herb ball into the dirt, blocked by Hernandez, and that fills the count at 3-2. Eric Ibar would be next. Again, the Bees have not won a season series from Memphis since 2001. Again, they claimed game 1 yesterday. Now Tankersley comes set. The 3-2 payoff pitch to Murphy, and it's a change-up high, ball 4. Second walk issued by Tankersley, and now runners are at first and second base with 2 out for Eric Ibar, who's 0 for 2. Fly to center field his last time up. Last night's 4-3 win over Memphis was the Bees' 13th win in their last 15 games decided by 1 run. At one point this year, they were 4-10 in 1-run games. Now they are 17-12. So runners at first and second base, 2 out on the first pitch to Ibar. Fastball high, ball 1. 1-0 the count. Ibar with a single last night and eventually scoring what turned out to be the winning run in the 8th inning on a couple of errors following a sacrifice fly. Now the 1-0 pitch. Low and outside off the glove of Hernandez, but it only rolls about a foot away, so no chance for the runners to advance, and the count's 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. And now pitching coach Dyer Miller out to the mound, the former Utah State Aggie. Last major league pitcher to come out of the Aggies' now defunct baseball program. Took some courses there. I think it was about 4 or 5 years ago. And now I'm forgetting the professor's name. I want to say Peterson, but I'm not 100% sure. Likes to follow Aggie basketball and Aggie football as he heads back to the dugout. 2 balls, no strikes, the count on Eric Ibar with Pavkovich at second, Murphy at first. Now Tankersley ready. And the right-hander's pitch. Ibar swings, hits it deep but well foul. Out of play down the right field side. It's a couple of balls that have been hit over 400 feet, but about 100 feet foul. 2 balls and a strike, the count on Eric Ibar. With Pavkovich the runner at second and the speedy Tommy Murphy over at first. 2 balls, 1 strike. Tankersley ready. The check of the runner at second and the pitch home. Ibar takes a fastball strike and it's an ease, 2-2. The 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Nashville sending us their rotation. The Bees will face the knuckleballer from Kearns, Garrett Fernandez, on Saturday at Greer Stadium. And he is having an outstanding season. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Ibar grounds 1 to first. Sean Garrett says, I've got it. He takes it 4 steps to the bag to retire the side. But the Bees do score a run on 2 hits. No errors, and they leave 2 runners on base. We're halfway through this scheduled 9-rounder. It's the Bees 2, Memphis nothing on ESPN 1230.
At Abra Auto Body and Glass, we know how much you count on your vehicle. So when it needs repairs, body work, or a new windshield, where should you take it? Go to America's most recommended name in damaged vehicle repair. That's right. In an independent nationwide customer satisfaction survey, Abra Auto Body and Glass was the company most recommended to family and friends for quality of work, customer communication, and overall service. Why? Maybe it's our commitment to safety. Abra spends more to train our technicians than anyone else in the industry, and every repair meets our strict safety standards. Maybe it's our lifetime warranty that backs up all those repairs, or that Abra works with over 500 insurance companies nationwide to make your claims process a snap. Whatever the reason, Abra Auto Body and Glass is proud to be so highly regarded. Auto Body Repair of America. Abra, America's most recommended. Call 1-888-USA-ABRA to schedule an appointment.
When it's time for your next set of tires, do you want the tire with the best warranty in the business? Then you should head to Big O Tires.
When it's time for your next pair of Bees baseball game tickets, do you want free tickets and a chance to win $50,000? Then get to Big O Tires for an entry form and details. No purchase necessary. Big O Tires, Utah's #1 tire store.
A reputation you can ride on. Big O Tires.
We head now to the bottom of the 5th inning, where the Bees leading now by a score of 2-0. Brian Martin, John Nelson, and Rico Washington due up. The 5, 6, and 7 hitters in the Redbirds batting order. Brian Martin to lead things off, flight out to the left fielder. Adam Pavkovich, his first time up. Martin having a bounce-back season after missing nearly 3 months last year as he takes a fastball strike on the inside corner at the knees, 0-1. Was hit by a pitch on April 16th and didn't come back till July 6th. There's a breaking ball to the dirt, getting by Jeff Mathis, 1-1. Our 5th inning, middle of the game reset of the Redbirds defensive alignment. Adam Pavkovich, Tommy Murphy, Darren Blakely in left, center, and right. The infield after the 1-1. Martin chops one foul at the third base side, handled cleanly by Memphis manager Danny Schaefer in the coach's box at third, and the count's 1-2. Mike Elward at third. Eric Ibar at short, Casey Smith at second, and Kendry Morales is at first. A battery of Casey Ohlenberger pitching, Jeff Mathis catching. Martin swings and chops one foul into the Redbirds dugout at third. Count holds at 1 ball and 2 strikes on Brian Martin. Now the pitch from Ohlenberger. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball. He struck him out. Third punch out for Casey Ohlenberger in the ball game, and there's one down here in the 5th. Brings up John Nelson, the shortstop. Popped up to the first baseman Morales, his initial time up. Nelson last year struck out 141 times, the second most in Memphis history. He came into this season having struck out 513 times compared to 477 hits as he takes high, ball 1. This year, 69 hits, but 113 strikeouts. The pitch, breaking ball outside, ball 2. 2-0 the count. Nelson with a 2-run home run last night. He leads this Redbird club with 17. Now the 2-0 delivery. Inside at the knees with an off-speed pitch, ball 3. 3-0 the count. Rico Washington, the third baseman, is due next. Now Ohlenberger's pitch. Fastball down the middle is striking at 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike. Ohlenberger's pitch. Swinging a foul. Pop foul back into the middle deck here in Memphis, and the count's full at 3-2. Here at AutoZone Park, 319 down the left field line, 322 down the right field stripe, 360 to left center, 373 to right center, and 400 feet to straightaway center. 3-2 payoff pitch inside, and that one hits Nelson on the arm, the same arm that he got hit on a throw yesterday by Eric Ibar trying to break up a double play. So Nelson hit by the pitch, and for Ohlenberger, that's the 5th hit batter of the year. And for Nelson, that is the 3rd time, make that the 4th time that he's been hit. So runner at first base with 1 out brings up Rico Washington, who hit the ball to deep center field. Tommy Murphy racing back and making a fine over-the-shoulder catch. So runner at first base, 1 out, the infield double play depth. Step off and the throw to first, the runner's back. Ohlenberger, second on the pitching staff, having induced the opponents to ground into 10 double plays. Joe Saunders, the league leader with 18. 1 out, a runner at first base, Ohlenberger's pitch, and Washington takes high, ball 1. 1-0 the count. Infield, as I mentioned, double play depth. The outfield is shaded towards left. as the 1-0 comes home from Olenberger. Instead, the turn of the toss to first, and Nelson dives back in safely. Again, the Bees back home. Albuquerque in for 4 next Wednesday through Saturday, an off day Sunday, and then Round Rock in for 4. Now the pitch. Swing and a foul tip into the glove. The catcher Memphis for a strike, and it's 1-1. Again, the chicken will be in. And if you like fireworks, a couple of great shows this weekend. Don't forget August the 18th. Back to school night fireworks. Sponsored by parents all over the valley. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now Olenberger ready in the pitch. Washington swings and he fouls it off to our left out of play, into and out of one of the sweeps. So the count 1 ball, 2 strikes to count on Washington. 2-0 Bees. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning here in Memphis. Redbirds with a runner at first base and 1 out. Now Olenberger ready. Nelson the lead at first. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out on a breaking ball. Strikeout number 4 for Casey, and there's 2 down here in the 5th. That'll bring up Michel Hernandez, who flied out onto the warning track in right to Darren Blakely, his first time up. So 2 outs, a runner at first base. Now Olenberger's pitch. Swung on, driven up the alley in right center field. Murphy a long run, makes the shoulder high catch to retire the side. Good play by Tommy Murphy, getting a great jump on a deep drive off the bat of Michel Hernandez. No runs, no hits. A hit batter and 1 runner left on base. As we go to the 6th, it remains Bees 2, Memphis nothing on ESPN 1230.
Sir, can you hear me?
Imagine you've just been in a traffic accident.
Sir, can you hear me?
And right now, the pressure of the steering wheel against your chest is preventing you from answering this question, while your smashed door is preventing the emergency crew from providing you with the help you're very much in need of.
Okay, sir, we're going to get some equipment in here and get you out of there just as quickly as possible. We need those over here right away.
Imagine the feeling of knowing this happened because you were driving dangerously, driving when you maybe shouldn't have, or allowing yourself to be distracted. Imagine hoping you'll wake up from this nightmare, but not being able to. Imagine the flashing lights and the smell of gasoline.
Sir, can you squeeze my hand?
Now, imagine why they're not bothering to ask these questions to anyone else who was in your car. Consider this a reminder. No one understands the importance of driving safely like someone who didn't. 0 fatalities. It's a goal we can all live with.
Welcome to McDonald's. Can I take your order?
Come on, what do you want? Well, I don't know what I want for breakfast because I can't think before I have breakfast. But how do I decide what I want for breakfast if I can't think until I get breakfast? You'll have a number 1 with a large coffee.
Snap out of it with the delicious bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddle sandwich from McDonald's. And if you need more help in the mornings, visit McMornings.com.
Like you read my mind. It's a pretty short book.
At participating McDonald's.
We go to the 6th inning here in Memphis. The Bees 2 and the Redbirds nothing. It'll be Kendry Morales, Mike Elward, and Nick Gorneau, the 3, 4, and 5 hitters in Brian Harper's batting order to face righty Dennis Tankersley. The Bees lead it 2-0. Kendry Morales is popped to second and grounded to first. It's also time for our 6th inning update of the Abra scoreboard. Again, earlier today, New Orleans a winner over Tacoma 4-3 at Pacini Stadium. So again, a Bees victory moves them 5.5 games out in front. First pitch to Kendry is pulled on a line fair down the right field line and rolling towards the corner. Brian Martin chasing it down near the 322 sign, and Kendry's around first on his way to second with a leadoff double. His 9th 2-bagger and his first hit back in a Salt Lake uniform. Hit number 5 for the Bees, and that'll bring up Mike Elward, who's 0 for 2. He's flied to right and skied to center field. Nashville in the 5th at home, leading Colorado Springs 1-0 in the 5th at Round Rock. Fresno and the Express are scoreless. Sacramento just underway at Albuquerque. No score there in the first. Later on, Iowa at Tucson, Omaha at Las Vegas, and Portland entertains Oklahoma. First pitch to Elward, swung on, lined up the middle, a diving stop with the shortstop Nelson to his left. Gets up and throws to first for the out. Sensational play by John Nelson, leaving his feet, diving to his left, loving the ball, getting up and throwing to first to take a hit away from Mike Elward. So one out, Kendry Morales does advance to third on the play, but may have scored had that one gone through. As it is, Morales is at third with one out for Nick Gorneau, who's grounded out and struck out in 2 plate appearances. Redbirds move their infield in all the way around. With Kendry at third, one out. Tankersley's first pitch to Gorneau. Into the dirt, stopped by Hernandez, ball 1. In the American League, the Yankees 2 and the Rangers 2. Bottom of the fourth at Texas. In the fourth inning at Kansas City, Baltimore leads the Royals 1-0. Toronto at Seattle, still about 45 minutes or so away from getting started. 1 ball, the count on Gorneau. The pitch. Swung on, ripped into right field, a base hit. Walking in from third is Morales. The ball kicked around by Martin in right, but Gorneau holds it first with an RBI single, and now the Bees lead it by a score of 3-0. Gorneau with his 63rd run batted in on the year, and the Bees up 3 now with a runner at first and 1 out. That'll bring up Jeff Mathis, who's 0 for 2. He's flied to right and topped out to second base. Finals, Detroit beat Cleveland 4-1. The Angels thrashed Tampa Bay 15-6. Minnesota whipped the White Sox 7-4 to complete a sweep of that series. And Oakland down Boston 5-1. So the A's and Angels stay tied for first place. Here's a breaking ball into the dirt. Stopped by Hernandez behind the plate. Ball 1. National League's going to the 9th at Philadelphia. The Phillies 6 and the Diamondbacks 4. Giants scored 2 in the 7th. They now lead at Washington 3-2. The Nationals batting in the bottom of the 7th. Mathis. 1 ball, no strikes to count on him. The pitch. Swing and a foul. Back into the screen, 1-1. Bottom of the 7th at Atlanta. The Marlins have come back to tie the Braves 4-4. In the 5th at Houston, the Reds lead the Astros 5-1. 10 innings at New York. The Mets shut out the Cubs 1-0. Jose Valentin with the game-winning RBI single in the bottom of the 10th. Now the 1-1 pitch to Memphis. Inside, almost hit him as Jeff jackknifes to get out of the way. Ball 2. 2-1 the count. Pittsburgh down Milwaukee 8-4. Cardinals ripped the Rockies 6-1 in Denver. And San Diego thumped the Dodgers 10-3. Jake Peavy over Brad Penny. Peavy also homered in that game. The 2-1 pitch, Mathis takes inside again, ball 3. Here it's 3-0 in favor of the Bees here in the top of the 6th inning. And a runner at first base, 1 out, and a 3-1 count on Jeff Mathis. Infield double play depth behind Tankersley. Throw to first, and just getting the right hand in ahead of the tag was Nick Gorneau. 3 balls, 1 strike to count on Mathis. Now Tankersley stares in, gets his sign from Hernandez. The pitch on the way. The runner takes off, swing and a miss. Throw to second base, bounces in, and Gorneau with a fadeaway slide towards the infield side of the bag gets a stolen base. His 4th in 7 tries, and now the count on Mathis is full at 3-2. Throw bounced in, and Gorneau sliding to the infield side of second. Avoids the tag of Watson, who is behind the bag, and a step or 2 to the first base side of second base. So now the count on Mathis is full at 3-2 with Gorneau now in scoring position, and that's a good sign, seeing Gorneau stealing a base there. Although I just saw him flex his left leg, hopefully everything is all right. Three balls, 2 strikes the count on Jeff Mathis. That was more than likely a hit and run, but on a slider I think it was. Mathis unable to make contact with the pitch. So now the count full at 3-2 as Jeff stands in. Tankersley ready. Checks Gorno at second. The kick and the payoff pitch. Swung on and it's deep to left field. That ball's up there. It's out there and it's gone. A 2-run home run for Jeff Mathis over the 15-foot high wall and left. His 4th of the year, and the Bees now lead it 5-0. His 34th and 35th runs batted in as he tees off on the 3-2 pitch. And so the Bees now with a 5-0 lead here in the 6th inning. Not much Rose could do about it. He never took a step back. He just kind of turned around and maybe hoped for a rebound, but there was none. As activity's underway now in the Memphis bullpen, a right-hander is up. Obar Moreno throwing in the Redbird bullpen out in left center field. Now here's Casey Smith, 1 for 2, doubled and scored last inning. Here's a pitch, swung on, grounded towards the hole. Deep short, Nelson has it. The long throw across in time for the out. Nicely done by Nelson, and there's 2 away here in the 6th inning. Brings up Adam Pavkovich, 1 for 2. Snapped an 0 for 16 string with a base hit to left field his last time up. So the Bees out in front of the Birds, 5-0 here in the 6th inning. A win would give the Bees 6 straight road wins. That would tie a franchise record. There's a fastball high, ball 1. 1-0 the count. They've done it 4 times in the past. The pitch swung on and popped up into right field. Martin, the right fielder, camped underneath it, waiting for it to come down. It does, and he makes the catch to retire the side. 3 more runs for the Bees on 3 hits. No errors, nobody left on base. As we head to the bottom of the 6th inning, it's now the Bees 5, Memphis nothing on ESPN 1230.
Hi, is this the Federal Reserve? How you doing? Good, good. I'm fine, thanks. Listen, maybe you can help me. You're the guys who control the interest rates, right? Good. I was wondering if you could just not touch the interest rates until I sell my home. Well, yeah, I understand that, but no, I just need you to not touch the interest rate until I sell my home. That's all. Just, don't raise it. Just, keep it stable. Well, is there someone there who can help me? Yeah, I'll hold. Thanks.
Okay, so you can't control the Fed, but call a Coldwell Banker residential brokerage agent, and you'll have qualified buyers from all over the world looking at your home, no matter what the interest rate is. That's because Coldwell Banker agents are not only local experts, they're also part of a national and international referral network of professional agents. So there will be thousands of Coldwell Banker agents all over the world working to find you the right buyer at the right price.
Yeah, hello? Yeah, I'm still on hold. Sure, I'll stay here. Thanks.
Call a Coldwell Banker professional in your neighborhood or visit UtahHomes.com. Coldwell Banker Residential Brokerage is owned and operated by NRT Incorporated.
My fellow pilots, it's time. What are you talking about? He's always making me big promises. McDonald's makes it easy for you to find fortune. Just check out Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean. Dead Man's Chest now in theaters. Then get a Big Mac sandwich, peel the tab, find the code, and you could win great riches like a new Volvo. It's easy to win. I'm Loftus.
No purchase necessary. Open to legal residents of the U.S., Puerto Rico, and Canada. 13 or older. Game ends 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:31:06. A while distribution supplies last. Car game ends 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:31:06. See official rules inside participating McDonald's or at playitmcd.com for complete details. Void where prohibited.
We go to the bottom of the 6th inning now. Sean Garrett to lead things off for the Redbirds. Grounded out to short his first time up, but he lines one just inside the first base bag and rolling into the right field corner, giving chase to Aaron Blakely. And Sean Garrett leads off the 6th inning with a double, the first hit of the night for the Redbirds. So Casey Oldenburger with 5 innings of no-hit balls spoiled on a leadoff double by Sean Garrett here in the 6th inning. So now here's Derek Watson, who's grounded to short and fouled out to the catcher, Jeff Mathis. So a leadoff double here in the 6th inning now. Puts a runner in scoring position for Memphis with nobody out, and Watson at the plate. Watson entered this season with a lifetime .282 average in the Pacific Coast League. 1 year with Calgary and 3 years with Albuquerque. Olenberger ready. The pitch. Swung on, fouled. Third base side, out of play. To the middle deck, strike one. 0-1 the count. Through 5 innings, Olenberger had not allowed a hit. He had struck out 4, walked 1, and hit a batter. On the first pitch of the 6th inning, Garrett rips a double just inside the line past first base. The pitch. Swing and a miss at a changeup, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes the count on Watson. In his 9th professional season out of the University of Oklahoma. No balls, 2 strikes. Now Olenberger's pitch. Fastball high, 1-2 the count on Watson. Skip Schumacher due next. He's with a 5-0 lead here in the 6th inning at Memphis. Olenberger ready. The 1-2. Swung on and lifted foul. Third base side, out of play. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes on Derek Watson. Again tomorrow night, 6:10 first pitch. Stephen Shell 3-5 against right-hander John Webb 4-8. Then Friday's finale here in Memphis, Dustin Mosley 8-5 against right-hander Travis Smith, who is 3-5. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count on Watson as Olenberger deals. Swing and a miss at a pitch in the dirt. He struck him out. Good sharp breaking ball there. Watson becomes the 5th strikeout for Olenberger in the game. And don't forget, if the B's pitching staff combines to strike out 10 or more batters in a 9-inning game, Dow Solio Distributors and Kendall Oil will donate $125 to the Multiple Sclerosis Society of Utah. His pitching staff hasn't had a game get to 10 strikeouts since the 2nd of July. They've done it 8 times for a total donation of $1,000. First pitch to Schumacher. Fastball outside, ball 1. A.C. Olenberger. 2nd year in the Angels organization this spring, pitched for Italy in the World Baseball Classic, appearing in 1 game, giving up 1 earned run on 1 hit in an inning and a third against Venezuela on March 8th. The 1-0 to Schumacher. Swing and a tap foul behind home plate. That evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Impressive thing about this team, the win yesterday after a tough travel day. They are now 10-5 on dates in which they have traveled that day. Now the 1-1 pitch. Change up strike in under the letters, 1-2. They've also been able to get off to good starts for the most part. That was the 20th time in 27 series this year that the Bees have picked up a victory in Game 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count on the left-hand hitting Skip Schumacher. Now Olenberger ready. The 1-2. Slider low and in. Did he go around on the check swing? No. His third base umpire, Ramon Armendariz. And the count's even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bees head to Nashville then on Saturday to start a 4-game series. The Sounds with a 4-year extension today announced in their affiliation agreement with the Milwaukee Brewers. 2 balls, 2 strikes the pitch. Just a little bit low, ball 3. 3-2 the count. And a brand new ballpark to open in 2008. The extension runs them through 2010. One of the hottest players right now for Nashville is former Stinger, Zach Sorensen. Curveball low, and that's ball 3. Full count, 3-2 to Schumacher. I thought that was ball 4. I had a 3-2 count on my notebook. They had 3-2 on the scoreboard. I had 3-2 on my scorebook. The home plate umpire, Darren Hyman, rather vociferous about it being 3-2. Schumacher never made a step towards first base. So maybe a break here for the Bees unless Schumacher turns around and uses this extra pitch hit a home run as Olenberger steps off and looks Garrett back towards second base. So 3 balls, 2 strikes the count. Now Olenberger ready, the payoff pitch. Fastball outside, and he ends up walking him in the long run. That's the second walk issued by Casey, and now the Redbirds have something going with runners at first and second base, 1 out, and it brings up Mike Rose, the left fielder. Flied out to center field in the first, walked in the fourth. So 5-0 in favor of the Bees, but the Redbirds are threatening here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. On at second base, Garrett. Schumacher over at first. Nobody out. Or should be 1 out here in the 6th inning. Scoreboard says none, but Derek Watson struck out after the double by Garrett and before the walk to Schumacher. Rose swings at the first pitch and pops it up a mile high on the infield. Elward coming down from third makes the catch. The infield fly rule was in effect anyway, and that's an out number 2. Good play by Elward. That's a tough play for the catcher. Memphis going out. Much easier for Elward, the third baseman, coming in. He did have a long way to go, but was able to come on and make the catch. Again, with the infield fly rule, Rose would have been out anyway. But now here's Timo Perez, who has struck out and fouled out in 2 plate appearances. So 2 out, 2 on here in the bottom of the 6th inning as Olenberger deals. Breaking ball, strike at the knees, 0-1. So no balls, 1 strike the count. Outfield shaded towards left for Perez. Now Olenberger's pitch, outside a ball. That evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Perez batting .278 overall this year, but .194 since he returned from St. Louis on July 2nd. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now Olenberger's pitch, fastball upstairs, ball 2. 2-1 the count. Olenberger shouldn't have much of a pitch count going. He's only gone to a full count 3 times, but when you start to get wild high, that's an indication of tiredness. 2-1 pitch to Perez. Swung on line and knocked down by Eric Ibar. Everybody is safe. He tried to make a sliding catch of a line drive. Had it in his glove, but it trickled out as he slid to his right. And now the bases are loaded with 2 out. And the batter will be Brian Martin, who's flied to left and struck out swinging. A rocket off the bat of Timo Perez. It looked like Ibar was there to make the play, but he was sliding to make the catch, and it went off his glove and rolled behind him. So now the bases are loaded with 2 out. And I don't believe it, but they gave Ibar an error on that one. The pitch is high, ball 1. Now it's snapped a string of 2 straight games of errorless ball for the Bees. Now the 1-0 pitch. Swinging a tap foul off his front foot, and the count's even at 1 ball, 1 strike. So Garrett's the runner at third. Schumacher is on at second base. Timo Perez is on at first. The Bees lead 5-0. But a big batter here for Casey Olenberger as activity begins to stir in the Salt Lake bullpen. Olenberger ready, and the 1-1 pitch to Martin. Swinging a ground ball to third. Elward's got it. Throws it the short route to second base, and Casey Smith for the force out on Perez. And that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit. Error and 3 runners left on base. As we go to the 7th, it's the Bees 5, Memphis nothing on ESPN 1230.
Zions Bank has absolutely free checking. This means it's absolutely free of hidden fees. Our absolutely free checking comes with absolutely free unlimited check writing and absolutely free online banking and bill pay. All this along with a Visa credit card, an absolutely free Visa debit card, and enrollment in Zion's Cash Rewards. We appreciate you, so we want to absolutely free you from hassle with all our absolutely free branches and ATMs available throughout both Utah and Idaho. After all, when all is said and done, the best things in life are, well, family love and sharing. Because although our absolutely free checking is absolutely fantastic, hopefully it's not absolutely the best thing in your life.
Hi, I'm Tom Green, branch manager at the Zions Bank Freeway office. Right now, when you open a free checking account, we'll give you an absolutely free box of checks.
Zions Bank member FDIC, equal housing lender. Some restrictions apply. See branch for details. Credit approval required to obtain Visa credit card.
Just to realize how important baseball is to a lot of people, and to see them come in with their kids, and you look around and you see the enthusiasm they have here, and it makes you say, well, hey, you know, baseball been here over 100 years and it's still going strong.
Relive your fondest memories of Brooks Robinson and see his Hall of Fame plaque at the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, New York. For more information, visit us on the web at baseballhalloffame.org or call 888-HALL-OF-FAME.
We head to the seventh inning. The Bees leading 5-0. Casey Olenberger, by the way, 80 pitches, so he could be ready to go in the seventh. Let's see what they decide. But first things first, the top of the seventh. Darren Blakely on the first pitch rolls one to first, scooped up by Sean Garrett, who will take it 3 steps to the bag for out number 1. So the leadoff hitter in an inning now has put the ball into play 4 out of 7 innings for the Bees, 3 outs and a double. Last inning by Kendry Morales. So 1 out, nobody on base. Tommy Murphy, the batter. He singled in the first, tripled in a run in the third, and walked in the fifth. So 2 for 2. Now Tankersley ready. The pitch. Still don't, it's a strike 0-1. I still can't understand the error charged to Ibar. I don't know what's worse. The fact that he gets an error on having a tough play like that with the ball rolling out of his glove. There's a pitch strike in the outside corner at the knees, 0-2, or the fact that Timo Perez doesn't get a hit. 1 out, nobody on base. Time now for the Zions Bank 7th inning game summary. For the time being, anyway, 5 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for the Bees. No runs, 1 hit, no errors for the Redbirds. Pitch on the way. Murphy takes high. Ball 1. 1-2 the count on Tommy. Bees with 1 in the third, 1 in the fifth, and 3 in the sixth. These have left 3 runners on base. The Redbirds have stranded 5 as the 1-2 comes home to Murphy. Curveball, strike 3 called on the inside corner at the belt. And that is just the second strikeout for Tankersley, who's now 8 strikeouts away from 1,000 in his minor league career. Brings up Eric Ibar 0 for 3, grounded out to first his initial time up. The 7th inning game summary brought to you by Zions Bank. At Zions Bank, they haven't forgotten who keeps them in business. First pitch to Ibar is sliced foul out of play down the left field side for strike 1. No action in the bullpen, so I think Casey Olenberger is going to get the opportunity to start the 7th inning. Leading 5-0. Now the 0-1. Fastball inside. Spins Ibar around. That evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tankersley ready. The pitch. Ran a ground ball to short. Nelson to his left, scoops it up, fires over to first, and the Bees are up and down in order here in the 7th. 1-2-3-0 across. Time now for the 7th inning stretch, brought to you by America First Credit Union. For any financial needs, come to America First Credit Union, where members come first. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. It's the Bees 5, Memphis nothing on ESPN 1230.
Attention motorcycle and ATV riders. Dreaming of a new Yamaha motorcycle or ATV? Well, stop dreaming and start heading to Plaza Cycle for the huge Yamaha Get Out and Ride sales event. Because right now, you can get payments as low as $69 a month or 24 months with zero down on a huge selection of new Yamaha motorcycles, ATVs, side-by-sides, and scooters. You heard right. Payments as low as $69 a month plus zero down for 2 full years on a new Yamaha. So visit Plaza Cycle today for the huge Get Out and Ride sales event. Because an offer this good won't last. Plaza Cycle at 1379 West, 3300 South, the heart of Salt Lake Valley. Plaza Cycle. Walk in, ride out. On the Yamaha card, subject to credit approval through 8/31/06 on select Yamaha motorcycles, excluding FJR models, ATVs, side-by-sides, and scooters. As low as $69 monthly payments for 24 months and 8.9% APR for amounts financed up to $8,500 if the account kept current. Thereafter, standard rate of 12.99% and 22.99% APR applied. Default rate 24.99%. Minimum finance charge $1. See dealer for ATV age restrictions. Yamaha recommends an approved credit score. Call 1-800-887-2887.
Roy and Donnie's Taste Buds have just finished a Major League Baseball helmet Sunday at Wiener Schnitzel. And here's one taste bud. Play-by-play recap.
We started out with a cherry and some serious whipped cream. And then the Tasty Free soft serve hit us full on. And we brought it back with the hot fudge. And then at the bottom of the helmet, everything came together, and we finished strong.
Enjoy your own baseball helmet Sunday, served in your favorite team's helmet. Collect all 30 teams while they last at Wiener Schnitzel, where we're pushing the boundaries of taste. Offer good for a limited time only at participating locations.
All right, we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. John Nelson hits from the left arm by a pitch. His last time up as Casey Olenberger delivers, and he swings and fouls it back into the screen. Strike one. Nelson popped up to the first baseman, Kendry Morales' initial time up. Bottom of the 7th, Bees 5, Memphis nothing. Bees have out hit the Redbirds 7-1. The 0-1 to Nelson. Curveball strike on the outside corner at the knees, and the count's 0-2 as Nelson steps out of the batter's box, not particularly enthralled with the call. No balls, 2 strikes. Now Olenberger's pitch. Check swing foul off the glove of the catcher Mathis, and the count's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes the count. Olenberger ready. And the 6'4" right-hander deals a curveball low, ball 1. 1-2 the count on John Nelson with Rico Washington and Michel Hernandez. The 6, 7, and 8 hitters in Danny Schaefer's batting order, 2 up. Olenberger, the 1-2. Nelson swings. It's a high drive to deep left. If it stays fair, it's trouble, and it is a foul ball. High up onto the berm down the left field line. Only 319 down the line, but it had a little hook to it and drifted foul. So the count holds at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now the pitch. Tried to hold up on a curveball, couldn't do it. A strikeout for Olenberger, and that's his 6th of the night. 1 out. That'll bring up Rico Washington, who's flied to center and struck out swinging. The 6 strikeouts now, a season high for Casey. He had fanned 5 against New Orleans in 3 2/3 innings on May the 25th for his previous season high. First pitch to Washington, up high, ball 1. 1-0 the count. Olenberger, prior to tonight, had 3 outings of 5 innings or more in which he did not allow a run. There's a fastball outside, 2-0. He went actually 6 innings or more without allowing a run. He did it on consecutive outings, May 9th at Omaha and May 14th at Iowa. There's a strike on the inside corner at the knees, 1-1. So against Omaha and Iowa, and then he did it again at Fresno on June the 4th, giving up only 1 hit in 6 innings against the Grizzlies. The 2-1 pitch. Washington pops it up into right center field. Drifting over for it, Darren Blakely on the run, makes the catch for the out. As that ball hung in the air long enough for Darren to be able to run that one down in right center field. So 2 down. That'll bring out Michel Hernandez, who's flied out twice. Once to right and once to center field. Again, announced crowd of about 8,051 with about 4,000 of them dressed as green seats. There's a strike call, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike the count. Now Olenberger's pitch. Swung on, tapped third base side. Elward charges and cannot make the bare hand pickup. Hernandez will be safe at first base. Let's see how this one is ruled. So runner at first base, 2 out. The batter will be Sean Garrett, and that will be an infield single. Garrett doubled down the right field line his last time up to break up the no-hit bid of Olenberger after 5 innings. Garrett leading off the 6th, spoiled the no-no. Now the pitch. Swinging a ground ball to first, scooped up by Morales. He'll step on the bag, which was 1 step away, and that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit. No errors and 1 left. As we go to the 8th, it remains the Bees 5, Memphis nothing on ESPN 1230.
Okay, you guys, time for bed.
Daddy, take me for a ride to the bedroom. No.
All right, both of you hop on. Oh, man, you guys are getting heavy.
Daddy, you sound like a piggy.
I'm not a piggy. I'm a dinosaur.
No, dinosaurs sound like this. You sound like this.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out.
There are moments that make life meaningful.
Mommy, Daddy's a piggy.
Well, he's a cute little piggy.
Oh, I'm seriously out of shape, piggy.
At Select Health, we want to help you enjoy each one. With our health and wellness programs, we're striving to help you and your family stay fit and healthy and be right there with you as life unfolds.
Look, Mommy, the piggy's jumping on the bed.
Daddy's starting a new exercise program.
You know what they say, when pigs fly.
Good one.
Yeah, I'm too tired to be funny. I gotta sit down.
To learn how we're working to make healthcare simpler, visit selecthealth.org. Select Health. Simply there.
Somebody must have been in an accident that wasn't their fault. Because Keith Barton just hit that one out of the park.
I'm Keith Barton, and I know when you've been injured in an accident, you need an attorney that will go to bat for you and get you the money you deserve. You need the money quick because you have bills to pay. So the next time you're in an accident, you know what to do. Call in the big hitter. That's me, Keith Barton. It's just that easy to pick up the phone and call us at our new number, 801-IT'S-EASY.
Time to go to the 8th inning here in Memphis. The Bees 5, Redbirds nothing. Steve Plowkey with you from AutoZone Park. Henry Morales, Mike Elward, Nick Corneau to lead things off for Salt Lake here in the 8th. Morales led off the 6th inning with a double and eventually scored what was the 3rd run of the game, the first of a 3-run inning for the Bees, as he takes low and outside. Dennis Tankersley working into the 8th, the Redbird starter. 1 ball the count on Morales. Now Tankersley deals. Up high, ball 2. 2-0 the count. Jonathan Rowenhorst up in the Bees bullpen. So Casey Olenberger may have had a 7-inning night. Now the 2-0 pitch. Line to center field, coming on Schumacher, dives forward and cannot hang on. As he made the all-out dive forward for it, the ball off his glove, and when he hit the ground, it jarred it loose. So now here's Mike Elward 0 for 3. Hit number 8 in the ball game for the Bees, the second for Morales. Olenberger's only had one other 7-inning performance prior to tonight, and that was the 7 scoreless, 5 hits allowed against Iowa on May the 14th, as part of that week that he won the PCL Pitcher of the Week award. Now the first pitch to Elward, and it's down low, ball 1. 1-0 the count on Mike as the Bees lead it 5-0 here in the 8th inning. A chance to extend their division lead to 5.5 games over Tacoma as the Rainiers drop their game against New Orleans today. As Elward takes into the dirt 2-0 as they lost 2 outfielders. Chris Snelling before the game promoted to the Mariners when Carl Everett was designated for assignment, and then Sin-Chu Chu was taken out of the game. I believe it was in the 2nd inning because of a trade. Chu being traded to the Cleveland Indians for Ben Broussard. There's a pitch into the dirt, ball 3, 3-0 the count. First, Broussard will report to the Mariners. I don't know if that means Snelling then comes back. 3 balls, no strikes. Now the pitch. Elward takes a strike. Broussard was having a big offensive year for Cleveland, hitting .321, 13 homers, 46 runs batted in. Cleveland will also have to pay part of Broussard's salary. 3 balls, 1 strike. The pitch to Elward is low, ball 4. Third walk issued by Tankersley, and now the Bees have runners at first and second base with nobody out. Now here's Nick Gorneau, delivered an RBI single to right and later scored in the 6th inning as the catcher Hernandez goes to the mound to talk with Tankersley, also buying some time for the right-hander up in the bullpen, Orber Moreno. The runners at first and second base, nobody out for the Bees here in the 8th inning. Again, trying to tie a franchise record with their 6th consecutive road win. And now here comes the manager, Danny Schaefer, out of the third base dugout. That's going to be all, I'm sure, for Dennis Tankersley, who, again, doesn't get any run support from the Redbirds. So that's going to be all for Tankersley. The new pitcher, Moreno, will be coming out of the left center field bullpen. We'll tell you all about him after this 1-minute timeout for a pitching change on ESPN 1230.
Hershey's presents the Soul to Soul 2 Tour, starring Tim McGraw and Faith Hill. It's been 6 long years. Now the wait is over. By overwhelming demand, a second show added. Saturday night, August 5th at Delta Center. Tim McGraw and Faith Hill in the round. A combined over 60 million records sold and 35 #1 singles. Electrifying performances by Tim and Faith in the concert event of the year. 2 superstars, 1 stage. A night you'll never forget. Tickets are on sale now at the Delta Center box office, Ticketmaster. Charge by phone or get them at Ticketmaster.com. Saturday night, August 5th at Delta Center. Don't miss Tim McGraw and Faith Hill. Presented by Hershey. Produced by AEG Live and Outback Concerts.
Right-hander Orber Moreno comes on for the 11th time for Memphis. Moreno at 13 2/3 innings has given up 14 hits, 6 runs all earned. He has struck out 10 and walked 4. Moreno, no decisions and a 3.95 earned run average. The PCL batting .269 against Moreno, who did not pitch last year. He had not worked since the 2004 season when he pitched for the Mets and 2 of their low minor league teams on a rehab assignment. Overall, he's 3-1 in the majors and 47 appearances with Kansas City and the Mets. He's faced Salt Lake before, back in the late 90s with Omaha. And so Moreno comes on inheriting runners at first and second base with nobody out. And the batter will be Nick Gorneau, who delivered an RBI single his last time up. Can't close the books on Tankersley's line as he's responsible for the 2 runners on base. So now Gorneau stepping in. Some of the West Coast games about ready to get started in the PCL, including Portland hosting Oklahoma. The Beavers in 3rd place, 10 behind the Bees. Now the pitch on the way. Gorneau takes a strike on the outside corner, 0-1, knee high. And 0 balls, 1 strike, the count on Nick. Infield double play, depth behind Moreno, 6'3", 200 pounds in his 10th year from Venezuela. The kick in the 0-1. Gorneau chops one behind the bag and foul at third base, and the count's 0-2. 0 balls, 2 strikes. And the Bees return home 1 week from today. They'll begin a series against the Albuquerque Isotopes. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday with a visit from the famous Chicken on Friday and Saturday. Get your tickets now. The box office open through the rest of this week. Thursday and Friday from 8:30 in the morning until 5:30 in the evening. Time called as Hernandez goes out to talk with Moreno. Again, it'll be the Chickens' first appearance in Salt Lake since AAA baseball returned in 1994. 0-2 the count on Gordo. Now Moreno from the belt, the 2-strike pitch. Fastball up and in as Gordo leans back and gets his chin out of the way just in time. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. One and two the count. The outfield deep and around towards left. Now Moreno comes set. Hernandez sets the target on the outside corner. The pitch. Swing and a miss as Moreno hit the glove right on target. Hernandez didn't have to move it an inch. And Gordo unable to catch up with it, and that's out number 1. First strikeout for Moreno, obviously his first batter, and that's the 3rd strikeout for Memphis pitching in the ball game. Brings up Jeff Mathis, who extended the Bees' lead to 5-0 with a 2-run home run in his last at bat. So 2 on, 1 out now. The pitch. Mathis takes a curveball outside at the knees. Ball 1. Washington batting in the bottom of the 9th, trailing San Francisco 3-2. Now Moreno set. The glance towards second and the 1-0 home. Mathis takes way outside. It's in the dirt all the way back to the screen. Out on a wild pitch, Morales advances to third and Elward to second base. And the count on Mathis is 2 balls and no strikes. Well, Moreno, his first wild pitch in a Memphis uniform. Florida's batting in the top half of the 9th, trailing Atlanta 6-5. A 6-run explosion for the Astros in the 5th. They now lead Cincinnati 7-5, and now they're just going to go ahead and intentionally walk Casey Smith, or rather Jeff Mathis, to get to Casey Smith. Will come to bat with the bases loaded and 1 out. Casey 1 for 3 with a double in the 5th inning. So Mathis getting the intentional walk for the first time this year. So now here's Casey. With Morales at third, Elward at second, and Mathis at first. Smith so far this year, 2 hits and 7 at-bats with the bases loaded, a total of 9 runs batted in. So the infield double play depth, the outfield straight away. The first pitch to Casey is a fastball high, ball 1. 1-0 the count. No place to put Casey as he tries to extend the Bees' 5-0 lead. Now Moreno sets the 1-0. Casey swings and he pops it up down the right field line. Foul ground. The first baseman, Garrett, has plenty of room and makes the catch for the out. So Smith fouls out, 2 down, and it's up to Adam Pavkovich. 1 for 3 on the night with a single in the 5th inning. Pavkovich so far this year, just 1 for 3. Only 3 at-bats with the bases full. But now he's at the plate with 2 outs. With the bases full here in the 8th, Bees leading 5-0. Now Moreno from the belt ready. The first pitch to Adam. Low and outside, ball 1. 1-0 the count on Pavkovich. And the infield back now with 2 outs. Now the 6-3 Moreno ready. The pitch. Pavkovich takes a breaking ball in at the knees. A strike, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Adam with those feet spread apart. Now Moreno set the 1-1. Her ball low and outside. Backhanded by Hernandez, and the count's 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike the count. Moreno very deliberate in between pitches. Now the right-hander from the belt, the 2-1. Pavkovich takes a fastball high, ball 3. 3-1, now a wide one with force and a run. Three balls, 1 strike the count on Pavkovich. Runners with their leads. Now Moreno's pitch. Just inside at the knees, ball 4, and it's 6-0 Bees. As Pavkovich draws the walk, some of the umpires in the green seats voicing their displeasure as they thought Moreno had the inside corner for a strike. Instead, Pavkovich picks up his 32nd run batted in, and the bases remain loaded 2 out with the score 6-0, and Darren Blakely at the plate. Blakely officially 0 for 1. He walked and scored in the 3rd, drove in a run with a sacrifice fly in the 5th, before grounding out in the 7th. First pitch to Blakely. Swing and a miss, strike 1. That run is charged to Tankersley, and he's still responsible for Mike Elward over at third base. So no balls, 1 strike to count on Blakely. Moreno's pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Got him on a changeup there as Darren was out in front of it, so 2 strikes to count on Blakely. Bees with a 6-0 advantage here in the 8th. Now Moreno stares in, gets his sign from Hernandez. The right-hander ready, and the 0-2 pitch. Blakely swings and fouls it into and out of the Bees dugout at first base, and the count remains 0-2. Blakely will walk up the first base line and track it down, and actually follow a polo shot with his bat, knocking the ball back to the bat boy near the Bees dugout. So the count remains 0-2 on Blakely. Switch hitter batting from the left side. Now Moreno ready. The 0-2 again. High and outside, ball 1. 1-2 the count on Blakely. Bees with 1 in the 3rd, 1 in the 5th, 3 in the 6th, and 1 here in the 8th. Now Moreno set, the 1-2. Fastball misses upstairs, ball 2. 2-2 the count on Blakely. Bases loaded. Elward now at 3rd, Memphis at 2nd, Pavkovich at 1st. Moreno from the belt ready, and the 2-2 to Blakely. Swing and a foul, back to the screen, still 2-2. He was out in front of an off-speed pitch, but got a piece of it to stay alive. Olbar Moreno, last outing against Iowa on the 23rd of July, gave up a run on 1 hit in just 1/3 of an inning. Did not pitch last year. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that retires the side. 1 run out of all that. 1 hit, no errors, and 3 runners were left on the base paths. As we go to the bottom of the 8th, it's now the Bees 6 at Memphis nothing on ESPN 1230.
You already know that R.C. Willey is the place to shop for quality home furnishings, but you may not know that R.C. Willey also works hard to provide solutions for you in your home. With same-day delivery, there's no need to wait. R.C. Willey's professional sales associates will answer your questions and help you find exactly what you need. In-store financing means you deal directly with us. By providing an incredible selection of merchandise, it's easy to find your individual taste and style. Find your solutions today at R.C. Willey. One place, so many possibilities.
Zig Ziglar, Rudy Giuliani, Dr. Robert Schuller, names that are synonymous with effective motivation and proven leadership. To have them all train and inspire your entire office, you'd expect to pay thousands of dollars. But now you can experience these dynamic speakers for only $49. Take your entire office, as many people as you want, to a blockbuster event, along with America's #1 authority on selling, Tom Hopkins. Success strategist Peter Lowe, President and CEO of Forbes Inc., Steve Forrest. Plus, 10-time NBA All-Star John Stockton. This is not your typical boring seminar. This is a full day of inspiration, motivation, and business training designed to improve your productivity and to make you more money. All for just $49. Not $49 per person, $49 for everyone. If you wait, it's over $200 each at the door. Tuesday, August 29th at 8 a.m. at the Delta Center. Reserve seats now. Your entire office gets in the door for only $49. Call 1-800-340-1910. 1-800-340-1910. That's 1-800-340-1910. And get motivated today.
We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. The Bees now up 6-0. Left-hander Jonathan Rauenhorst comes on to pitch, and for Jonathan, this will be his 40th appearance of the year, his 38th out of the bullpen. In 60 innings, he's given up 62 hits, 32 runs, 31 of them earned. He has struck out 43 and walked 23. 4 hit batters, no wild pitches, and 8 home runs allowed. Rauenhorst 5-5 with a 4.65 earned run average. The PCL batting .268. Again, left-hander Jonathan Rauenhorst. A magnificent performance tonight by Casey Ohlenberger. 7 innings, 2 hits, no runs. He struck out 6, walked 2, and hit a batter. Again, his 4th start of the year in which he went 6 or more innings and did not allow a run. Top of the order for Rauenhorst, Derek Watson, Skip Schumacher, and Mike Rose. Watson, the bat right-handed for the first time, grounds one deflected off the glove of Rauenhorst behind the mound, and it rolls to a stop for a base hit. And so Watson aboard with a rocket off the glove of Rauenhorst, who got a piece of it but could not control it. Hit number 3 in the ball game for Memphis. Again, Jonathan got it off the heel of his mitt just before it would have struck him in the right knee. So a runner at first base, nobody out, and the batter will be Skip Schumacher, who's 0 for 2. He walked his last time up, advanced to second base, but was stranded there. So runner at first, the pitch. Schumacher takes low and outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Now Rauenhorst ready with the infield at double play depth behind him. The pitch. Fastball low, ball 2. 2-0 the count. Rauenhorst had a rough go of it his last time out. Gave up 4 runs on 5 hits in an inning and 2/3 against Tucson. But everybody had a rough day that day in the 28-5 Sidewinders victory. The 2-0 pitch. Fastball in at the knees. A strike, and it's 2-1. The 2 balls, 1 strike to count on the left-handed batter, Skip Schumacher, who wore out Salt Lake pitching last year. The pitch, swinging a ground ball to short. Ibar charging, flipping his glove on it, and everybody is safe as the ball went off his glove and rolled behind him. That'll be an error on Ibar, his second of the game, and now runners are at first and second with nobody out. Ibar charging in on the ball, trying to get to it quickly, maybe try to start a double play. Even though up by 6, you want to make sure you get 1 out instead of holding on it and then firing a strike to first. He rushed himself and didn't get anybody. So now runners at first and second base, and the batter will be Mike Rose. Rose 0 for 2 with a walk as the Redbirds threatened to get on the board for the first time tonight. The pitch on the way, swing and a miss, strike 1. After what happened earlier this year in Las Vegas, you're never sure that you have a game in hand. That was a game in which the Bees had a 6-0 lead going into the bottom of the 8th, and the 51 scored 8 and won the game 8-6. Now the 0-1 pitch on the way. Fastball just outside at the knees, 1-1. Rose, a switch hitter, batting right-handed against Rauenhorst. Runners at first and second, nobody out. Again, the infield double play depth. Rauenhorst worked 1 scoreless inning against the Redbirds last year. The 1-1 pitch to Rose. Curveball low, ball 2. So an infield single off the glove of Rauenhorst and an error on Ibar. And the Redbirds are in business here in the 8th with runners at first and second and nobody out. Now the left-hander Rowenhorst ready. The 2-1. Swinging a broken bat foul as splinters fly everywhere. One out in front of the plate, one in foul territory to the left of home plate, and the count's even at 2-2. The Nationals scored twice in the bottom of the ninth to beat San Francisco 4-3. Atlanta held on to beat Florida 6-5, and now the Astros lead the Reds 8-5 in the eighth inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Rose. Watson, the runner at second base. Schumacher on at first. Rowenhorst ready, and the 2-2 pitch to Rose. Fastball, strike 3 called on the inside corner at the knees. And there's one down here in the eighth. Excellent pitch by Rowenhorst, and I think Rose thought that one was going to break down and in, but instead Jonathan slipped a fastball right on the inside corner above the knees. His first strikeout, punch out number 7 for B's pitching in the ball game. That'll bring up Timo Perez, who had a line drive off the glove of Eric Ibar, ruled an error back in the 6th. The pitch. Curveball outside at the knees, ball 1 to the left-handed batter. 1 ball, no strikes. Bottom of the 8th, B6, Memphis nothing. Rowenhorst from the belt, the 1-0. Perez takes a fastball strike, and that evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Perez's best year was in 2002 when he hit .295 for the Mets with career highs, 8 homers and 47 runs batted in. The 1-1 pitch on the way, fastball strike 1-2. Yesterday, the Redbirds manager, Danny Schaefer, along with the Cardinals, suspended Junior Spivey for 3 games after a heated argument between the two in Des Moines on Sunday. Now the 1-2 pitch. Curveball popped up foul. That'll land on this side of the screen. And the count remains 1-2 as Memphis raced back, but had no play. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to count on Timo Perez. Runners at first and second, 1 out. Now Rowenhorst ready. The 1-2 to Perez. Curveball reaches out and lifts it foul. Behind the third base dugout. So it's still 1-2 on the veteran Timo Perez. Again, has played over 560 major league games. The 1-2 pitch. Fastball low. 2-2 the count on Perez. 569 to be exact. With the Mets, White Sox, and Cardinals. 2 balls, 2 strikes on the left-handed batter with Brian Martin due next. Now Rowenhorst ready to glance back in the 2-2 home. Fastball outside, ball 3. So now the count on Perez is full at 3-2. There is activity in the Salt Lake bullpen. Matt Wilhite is up. The 3-2 payoff pitch to Perez is looped toward third, caught by Elward, and the runners get back, so no chance to double anybody off. Little soft liner, caught about Bill the cap high by Mike over at third base, and that's out number 2. That'll bring up Brian Martin, who's 0 for 3. Bounced into an inning fielder's choice with the bases loaded in the 6th inning. So 2 on, 2 out. Again, the inning extended now by the error by the shortstop Ibar on the grounder by Schumacher. Rowenhorst, the pitch. Martin takes inside at the knees, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Rowenhorst working the 8th after 7 scoreless by Casey Olenberger. The 1-0 pitch to Martin. Swing, a little dribbler foul to the right of home plate. That evens the count on Martin at 1 ball and 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike the count on Martin, who cracked his bat on that one. So he goes back to the dugout, gets a nice new 2-tone bat. That 22-mile-per-hour breeze that we started the game with and played maybe the first 4 or 5 innings in has now died down considerably. And Gold Glory hangs limp on the flagpole in straightaway center field. Now the 1-1 pitch to Martin. Way upstairs and outside, and a great save by Jeff Memphis, lunging high and to his right to keep the runners from advancing. As he climbed the step ladder in a hurry to get to that one. And now the count on Martin, 2 balls and 1 strike as that pitch got away from Rowenhorst. Now Jonathan ready, the 2-1. Swing and a miss at a fastball, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So deuces are wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 on. Here in the bottom of the 8th for the Redbirds. Now Rowenhorst from the belt ready, the 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball low and inside, ball 3. So the count full at 3-2. Second straight full count work 2 by Jonathan. And so with 2 out and the runners at first and second, the runners will automatically be on the move with the pitch. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Now Rowenhorst delivers, the runners go, and it's grounded towards third and foul up the third base side. Elward backhands it. And hands it to a youngster along the front row of AutoZone Park down the left field line. So it remains 3 balls and 2 strikes. So back to second goes Watson. Schumacher at first. Now Rowenhorst ready, and again the payoff pitch. The runners go, swinging a looper behind second, backhanded by Casey Smith in short right center. Sets and throws a strike to first for the out. And that retires the side. A fine play by Casey. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error. 2 runners were left on base. As we go to the 9th, it's the Bees 6, Memphis nothing on ESPN 1230.
For more than 25 years, there's been a guy you've trusted, a guy you've known, Larry H. Miller. Since 1979, when Larry H. Miller opened his first automotive dealership, he's had one primary goal in mind: to make our communities grow stronger and better by offering the very best in quality, service, selection, and price. And since that day, nearly 3 decades ago, you've been there to help the Larry H. Miller dealerships become one of the largest and most respected dealership groups in the entire country. And for that, we say thank you. Today, you can choose to shop at more than a dozen of our automotive dealerships along the Wasatch Front, almost all of which feature dealership service centers on site. We also have 3 state-of-the-art collision repair facilities to serve you. We know that we could not continue to grow our business without yours. So when it comes to your next car, there's a guy you know who cares about values, honor, integrity, and trust. Larry H. Miller. After all, you know this guy.
This year, be a part of a winning season. Catch the excitement of Busch Series racing in the Discount Tire number 41 Dodge. Watch as driver Reed Sorensen powers his way to victory lane. Discount Tire, Utah's tire and wheel experts with 17 locations statewide. Come in for the lowest prices on tires and wheels. Tires starting at $20. Join the excitement of the Discount Tire Sun Chaser 9-hour at Miller Motorsports Park on August 31st through September 2nd. Low prices, more choices. Discount Tire.
We move along to the 9th inning. Norbert Moreno ready for his second inning of relief. He'll face Tommy Murphy, Eric Ibar, and Kendry Morales, the top of the Bees order here in the 9th inning. The Bees out in front by a score of 6-0. Tommy Murphy leading things off. He's 2 for 3 on the night, including a run-scoring triple in the 3rd inning. So Moreno ready, and his first pitch to Murphy is high. Ball 1. Time now for a look ahead at what's on the road for the Salt Lake Bees. Brought to you by Big O Tires. A reputation you can ride on. Big O Tires. The 1-0 pitch. Murphy takes upstairs. Ball 2. 2-0 the count. Again, 2 more games left here in Memphis. Tomorrow and Friday night, both games getting underway at 6:10 Mountain Time. Now the 2-0 pitch to Murphy. Swing and a foul tip into the glove of the catcher Hernandez for a strike, 2-1. Then it's on to Nashville. Saturday and Sunday, the games get underway at 5 o'clock Mountain Time. Monday and Tuesday, they start at 6. Now the 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball strike on the inside corner at the knees, 2-2. And then the Bees return home on Wednesday to begin a an 8-game homestand, 4 with Albuquerque and 4 with Round Rock. The first ever visit to Franklin Covey Field by the Express. 2-2 the count on Murphy. The pitch, swinging a ground ball to second. Watson to his right, gobbles it up, sidearms it over to first, and that's out number 1. So Murphy is retired, 1 down. That'll bring up Eric Ibar. He's 0 for 4 in the game and committed, or at least charged, with a couple of errors. I'll agree with one, but not the other. 1 out. The pitch. Strike called at the knees, 0-1. If the Bees hang on, Dennis Tankersley would be tagged with his league-leading 11th loss. He's currently tied with Juan Dominguez of Sacramento for the league lead in that department. The 0-1 pitch on the way. Ibar slashes one foul off the facing of the middle deck, and the count's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes the count. And Tankersley, for the most part this year, has pitched well based on his 3.70 earned run average. Just can't get any support as Ibar leans out of the way of a 1-2 pitch up and in. In the bottom half of the ninth, the Redbirds will have Nelson, Washington, and Hernandez, the 6, 7, and 8 hitters, due up. Now the 1-2 pitch. Long on and looped towards left. That's going to fall in front of Mike Rose for a base hit. And so Eric is aboard with his first knock of the night. A runner at first, 1 out. That'll bring up Kendry Morales. Retired his first 2 times to the plate, but since then he's doubled and scored in the 6th, singled and scored in the 8th inning. He had hit safely in his last 6 games back in May prior to his promotion, but had that hitting streak snapped yesterday with his 0 for 3, although he did drive in a run with a sacrifice fly. Here's a pitch. Morales lifts one in the air to left center field. Schumacher, the center fielder, coming in and over for it. And he'll make the catch for out number 2. Back to first base goes Eric Ibar. So 2 down. That'll bring up Mike Elward. 0 for 3, but walked his last time up. Elward trying to get back on some sort of a roll. 4 hits in his last 19 at-bats. So runner at first base, 2 out. The pitch. Strike on the inside corner at the knees, 0-1 to Elward. Outfield straight away for Mike as the 0-1 comes home. Fastball upstairs, 1-1 the count, with the Bees holding a 6-run lead. Ibar not being held on at first base by Sean Garrett. The pitch. Elward takes high, ball 2. 2-1 the count. After this road trip, the Bees will only have 3 road trips left, all 4 games in length. Elward takes a pitch low and outside, 3-1 the count, and all will be against Pacific North Division opponents. They have 4 left at Colorado Springs, 4 at Portland, 4 at Tacoma. The 3-1 pitch to Elward, swung on, broken bat grounded to short. Nelson to his left has it, flips to the second baseman Watson for the force on Ibar, and that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit, 1 runner left on base as we go to the bottom of the ninth. It's the Bees 6 and Memphis nothing on ESPN 1230.
Somebody must have been in an accident that wasn't their fault, because Keith Barton just hit that one out of the park.
I'm Keith Barton, and I know when you've been injured in an accident, you need an attorney that will go to bat for you and get you the money you deserve. You need the money quick because you have bills to pay. So the next time you're in an accident, you know what to do. Call in the big hitter. That's me, Keith Barton. It's just that easy to pick up the phone and call us at our new number, 801-IT'S-EASY.
Paulie Colosimo here. Yo, along with Joey as always. So, Paulie, tell the folks why we're so excited for spring to get here.
That's easy. So we can sunbathe in our Speedos, right?
Well, I do enjoy that. And with the facts we have, the ladies enjoy it too. But that's not what I had in mind.
Oh, well, you must be talking about grilling some of our Magnifico Colosimo sausages then.
That's exactly what I'm talking about, Paulie.
Bada bing.
When most people think about grilling, they think about chicken or steaks. but those are wimp meat.
Yeah, if you want something with real taste and real kick, you gotta go with authentic Colosimo sausages on the grill.
Oh, yeah.
Some nice thick brats, a mild Italian or Tuscan. Just thinking about it makes me saliva ache.
Yeah, some hot Italian, which kind of reminds me of us in our Speedo.
A couple of hot Italians. You got that right, Joey.
Colosimo sausage, the sausage people. Now available at Dan's, Macy's, and Smith's.
All right, we go down to the bottom of the ninth inning. The Bees 6 and Memphis nothing. And on the mound for the Bees to try to wrap this one up will be right-hander Matt Wilhite, making his 38th appearance of the year. In 57 and 2/3 innings, he's given up 51 hits, 25 runs, 23 of them earned. He has struck out 24 and walked 16. Matt has won 5 and lost 2 with a 3.59 earned run average. The PCL batting .241 against right-hander Matt Wilhite. He'll face John Nelson, Rico Washington, and Michel Hernandez here in the bottom of the ninth inning. Wilhite gave up 2 runs on 1 hit, a home run, in a third of an inning in the debacle on Sunday. Overall, though, he's for the most part been much better than that. And so Matt comes on here in the bottom of the ninth inning. As the Bees lead it by a score of 6-0. Nelson at the plate 0 for 2, popped to first, hit by a pitch, and struck out swinging. Pitch on the way, sidearm delivery, in at the knees, a strike, and it's 0-1 to Nelson. The Bees with Papkovich, Murphy, and Blakely in left, center, and right. Elward, Ibar, Smith, and Morales, the infield third to first. Wilhite pitching, Mathis catching, and the breaking ball's low and away to the right-handed batter, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Outfield back and around towards left for the right-handed batter, John Nelson, as Wilhite delivers. Swing and a miss at a slow breaking ball. Nelson way out in front of it, and the count's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now Wilhite ready, and the 1-2. Swung on and chopped foul up the third base side, and into the Redbirds dugout. It's still 1-2 as Wilhite came in on the hands of Nelson, and about all Nelson could have done with that pitch is grounded foul. 6-0 Bees here in the ninth as Wilhite comes set the 1-2. Breaking ball low with a sidearm delivery, and the count's even at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count on Nelson. Now Wilhite ready, the pitch. Swinging a foul back into the screen, still 2-2. Again, the Bees trying to tie their franchise record with a 6th straight road win. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now the right-hander's pitch. Swinging a ground ball foul in between the coach's box and the bag at third. So we'll do it again at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Still the only final in the PCL today, the afternoon game. New Orleans beating Tacoma 4-3. We'll have a complete rundown on all the scores coming up in our post-game Abra scoreboard. Nelson cracked his bat on that ground ball foul, so he has to go back and get a new piece of lumber. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count on Nelson. Now Wilhite set, and the 2-2. Sidearm breaking ball misses low and away, and that fills the count at 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes. Nelson's fouled off a couple of 2-strike offerings from Wilhite. Now the right-hander ready, and the 3-2 pitch. Swinging a pop foul again, out of play, back into the right of home plate. That finds its way in and out of the front row of the middle deck and all the way downstairs. So it's still 3-2. A fan dropping the rebound, getting booed down there behind home plate. It's a rough crowd. Now Wilhite ready, and the 6-1 right-hander deals. Swinging a foul back again. Still 3-2. So a full count on Nelson, making Wilhite work here in the ninth inning. Now Matt ready, again the payoff pitch. Low ball 4, and Nelson works for a leadoff walk. Third walk given out by Bees pitching in the ball game. So runner at first base, nobody out for Rico Washington, who has flied to center, struck out swinging, and skied to right field. Bees trying to set a franchise record with their 11th shutout. The Redbirds trying to avoid an all-time Memphis record of being shut out 14 times. A fastball strike 0-1. That's going back to their Double-A days in the Southern League as the old Memphis Chicks. So something on the line here. Positive for the Bees, negative for the Redbirds. There's a fastball low and away, and that evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Salt Lake enters the game tied for the league lead with 10 shutouts with Nashville and Round Rock. There's a pitch, swung on, hit deep, but hooking foul. Out of play down the right field side. And the count on Washington, 1 ball and 2 strikes. And both Round Rock and Nashville have been scored upon tonight. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now Will Height ready, the pitch. Swing, and a foul in and out of the glove. The catcher, Memphis, still 1-2. Yankees have scored 4 times in the top of the 8th. They lead Texas now 6-4. A Yankees win moves them into the wild card lead in the American League, a half game up on Chicago and Minnesota. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Rico Washington. Will Height delivers, and it's a breaking ball, low and inside, ball 2. 2-2 the count. Michel Hernandez, the catcher, due next. Now Will Height ready, the 2-2. Fastball just missed outside at the knees, ball 3. And now Matt in danger of walking his second straight batter here. Went to a full count on Nelson. He fouled off a couple before getting the walk, and now it's 3-2 on Rico Washington. Will Height ready, the payoff pitch is drilled into right field, a base hit. Nelson will stop at second base, and the Redbirds have runners at first and second with nobody out. Second straight inning that's happened. In the 8th, there were runners at first and second, nobody out, but the runners never advanced past that point. So now here's Michel Hernandez, who reached on an infield hit his last time up. As Elwood couldn't make the bare hand pickup, probably didn't have a play anyway. Infield double play depth behind Will Height with runners at first and second and nobody out. Matt ready, the pitch. Long on, chop foul up the third base side through the coach's box, and the count's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Hernandez 1 for 3 tonight, 1 for 5 in the series. Last year with Portland, he hit .368 against Salt Lake pitching. Now the 0-1. Hernandez chops one back to the mound. Will Height's got it, throws to second. Out there as they get the middleman. No relay by Ibar, and they get the middleman Washington on a close play at second base. So a fielder's choice, 1-6, and there's 1 down here in the 9th inning as the base runner Washington has a few words for the umpire Armendariz. So now runners at the corners, 1 out for Sean Garrett. 1 for 3 with a double in this ball game, and so the ice-breaking run is over at third. Here in the bottom of the 9th, as the Redbirds at the very least try to spoil the shutout bid. Runners at first and third, 1 out, the pitch. Line to the center field, coming on Murphy, slides and cannot make the catch. It trickles behind him. Nelson scores. Hernandez to third. The throw to second, and Garrett is safe. So it's a 6-1 ball game, and now runners are at second and third with 1 out. So the shutout is gone. The Bees don't set a new franchise record for blankings, and Memphis doesn't set a city professional record for futility. And that's going to quickly get some action up in the Bees bullpen. As Chris Butchek is up, Charles Nagy makes the slow walk out to the mound. So Matt Will Height has been touched for a walk, a single, a fielder's choice, and now a run-scoring double. to make it a 6-1 ball game. Runners at second and third, still only one out. And the batter will be Derek Watson, who reached on a single off the glove of Jonathan Rauenhorst last inning. A sinking liner, Murphy tried to make the diving catch, but could not come up with it. He did get a glove on it after it hit the dirt, otherwise it might have rolled all the way back to the wall. And might have ended up being an inside the park home run. So now runners at second and third, one out for Watson, who turns back around to bat left-handed. Will Height ready in the first pitch to Watson. The fake to third, the turn and the throw to second, and he is safe. That patented move by Will Height. You see the fake to third and the throw to first, but rarely do you see the fake to third and the throw to second in that situation. He's picked off 3 runners so far this year at second base on that move. At that time, Garrett was able to get back. Now Will Height ready. The pitch. Change up just outside at the knees. Ball 1. Again, Chris Buchek up in the Salt Lake bullpen. 1 ball, no strikes. Now from the stretch, the pitch. Low and outside. Ball 2. 2-0 the count. On deck, Skip Schumacher, the center fielder. Now Will Height ready in the 2-0 pitch. Just outside at the knees. Ball 3. 3-0 the count. And a wide one loads the bases. Will Height from the stretch, the 3-0. Striking at the knees, 3-1. To Derek Watson, son of the longtime Kansas City catcher and manager John Watson. 3 balls, 1 strike. Now Will Height ready, the pitch. Sinks down low and the bases are loaded. Only 1 out. And the batter will be Skip Schumacher, who's 0 for 3 with a walk tonight. Well, this one's not over yet, folks. Schumacher, the batter, if he reaches the potential tying run, comes to the plate. Infield double play depth. Schumacher 1 for 6 with the bases loaded. So far this season, Will Height ready, the pitch. Fastball up high, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Leading 6-0 going into the bottom of the ninth. It shouldn't be this tense. The 1-0 pitch. Low, ball 2. And now Jeff Mathis out to talk with Will Height, who's having troubles with his control. He's walked 2 and given up 2 hits. Chris Buchek up in the Bees bullpen. You've got to think that this will likely be the last batter for Will Height if he loses him. 2 balls, no strikes. Will Height ready. Mathis the target up for the 2-0 pitch. Low and outside, ball 3, and a wide one here would force in a run and bring the tying run to the plate. 3 balls, no strikes. Now Will Height's pitch. Striking at the knees, 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike. The infield double play depth. Will Height ready. Matt from the belt, the 3-1. Fastball strike as Schumacher was taking all the way, and that fills the count at 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Bases loaded, 1 out. Will Height ready. The payoff pitch to Schumacher. Ground ball to second. Smith fumbles, hands to Ibar for one, throws to first, double play to end the game. Nice bounce back by Matt Wilhite after struggling through the ninth. He got the count to 3-2 on Schumacher, and Casey Smith with a bobble, but still able to start the game-ending 4-6-3 double play. One run here in the bottom of the ninth on 2 hits. No errors and 2 runners left on base. Handshakes and high fives all around with a final score. The Salt Lake Bees 6 and the Memphis Redbirds 1. Back with the 10th inning show next on ESPN 1230.
The game is over, and the fans are headed home. Stay tuned. The 10th inning show is coming up next. You've been listening to Salt Lake Bees Baseball on your home for the Salt Lake Bees. ESPN 1230 AM.
At Abra Auto Body and Glass, we know how much you count on your vehicle. So when it needs repairs, body work, or a new windshield, where should you take it? Go to America's most recommended name in damaged vehicle repair. That's right. In an independent nationwide customer satisfaction survey, Abra Auto Body and Glass was the company most recommended to family and friends for quality of work, customer communication, and overall service. Why? Maybe it's our commitment to safety. Abra spends more to train our technicians than anyone else in the industry, and every repair meets our strict safety standards. Maybe it's our lifetime warranty that backs up all those repairs. Or that Abra works with over 500 insurance companies nationwide to make your claims process a snap. Whatever the reason, Abra Auto Body and Glass is proud to be so highly regarded. Auto Body Repair of America. Abra, America's most recommended. Call 1-888-USA-ABRA to schedule an appointment.
Dreaming of owning your own home? Cypress Credit Union would like to make your dream a reality with fantastic rates on low-fee construction and mortgage loans. Visit cypresscu.com or speak to a mortgage specialist at 260-7600. We'll help you determine your home buying power and the loan that best fits your needs. Mention this ad and we'll waive the $175 processing fee when you get your mortgage.
Cypress Credit Union. Your future is our future.
Equal housing lender.
When it's time for your next set of tires, do you want the tire with the best warranty in the business? Then you should head to Big O Tires. When it's time for your next pair of Bees baseball game tickets, do you want free tickets and a chance to win $50,000? Then get to Big O Tires for an entry form and details. No purchase necessary. Big O Tires, Utah's #1 tire store.
A reputation you can ride on. Big O Tires.
Welcome to the 10th Inning Show, a complete recap of today's game, as well as a look at other games around the major leagues and the Pacific Coast League. Once again, let's go back to the ballpark with the voice of the Salt Lake Bees, Steve Klauke.
Welcome back to Memphis AutoZone Park, where the Bees prevailed tonight by a final score of 6-1, although they lost their shutout bid in the bottom of the ninth inning with a run, as the Bees win it 6-1, tying a franchise record with their 6th consecutive road win. Final totals in the ball game for the Bees: 6 runs on 9 hits, 2 errors, and they left 7 runners on base. For the Redbirds, 1 run on 5 hits, no errors, and they left 10 runners on base. The winning pitcher, Casey Ohlenberger, now 5-2 on the year. The losing pitcher, Dennis Tankersley, now 4-11. Time of the game, 2 hours, 34 minutes. The paid attendance, 8,051, as the Bees grabbed the lead on a 2-out run-scoring triple by Tommy Murphy in the third, added 1 more in the fifth, 3 more in the sixth, 2 coming in on a Jeff Mathis home run, and then 1 more in the eighth. In the meantime, Casey Ohlenberger, really the story of this game, with his 7 shutout innings, gave up only 2 hits, did not allow his first hit until Sean Garrett led off the 6th inning with a double. Went on to strike out a season-high 6 batters for the win. Again, it's his 4th outing of the year in which he goes 6 innings or more and does not allow a run. And so the Bees with a victory now, 61-43 on the year. And that moves them now to a full 5.5 games in front of the Tacoma Rainiers in the Pacific North Division. As the Rainiers fell earlier today, the Redbirds dropped to 40 and 64. The Bees taking the first 2 games of this series, now needing only 1 win in the last 2 to give themselves their first series win over the Redbirds since the 2001 season when Salt Lake won 6 out of 8 from Memphis. So a big night tonight for the Bees as they beat the Redbirds and add a game to their lead in the division. 6-1 the final score. Time now for a look at our Mountains West Ranch's defensive play of the game. And for that, we go back to the third inning with Rico Washington leading off for the Redbirds. Morning track. Tommy Murphy taking extra. And apparently a little problem with it. Tell you what, we'll come back when we have our Abra scoreboard. We'll give you that defensive play for you right after this on ESPN 1230.
Sir, can you hear me?
Imagine you've just been in a traffic accident.
Sir, can you hear me?
And right now, the pressure of the steering wheel against your chest is preventing you from answering this question, while your smashed door is preventing the emergency crew from providing you with the help you're very much in need of.
Okay, sir, we're going to get some equipment in here and get you out of there just as quickly as possible. We need those over here right away.
Imagine the feeling of knowing this happened because you were driving dangerously, driving when you maybe shouldn't have, or allowing yourself to be distracted. Imagine hoping you'll wake up from this nightmare, but not being able to. Imagine the flashing lights and the smell of gasoline.
Sir, can you squeeze my hand?
Now, imagine why they're not bothering to ask these questions to anyone else who was in your car. Consider this a reminder. No one understands the importance of driving safely like someone who didn't. 0 fatalities. It's a goal we can all live with.
Hi, is this the Federal Reserve? How you doing? Good, I'm fine, thanks. Listen, maybe you can help me. You're the guys who control the interest rates, right? Good. I was wondering if you could just not touch the interest rates until I sell my home. Well, yeah, I understand that, but no, I just need you to not touch the interest rate until I sell my home, that's all. Just, don't raise it. Just, keep it stable. Well, is there someone there who can help me? Yeah, I'll hold. Thanks.
Okay, so you can't control the Fed, but call a Coldwell Banker residential brokerage agent and you'll have qualified buyers from all over the world looking at your home, no matter what the interest rate is. That's because Coldwell Banker agents are not only local experts, they're also part of a national and international referral network of professional agents. So there will be thousands of Coldwell Banker agents all over the world working to find you the right buyer at the right price.
Yeah, hello? Yeah, I'm still on hold. Sure, I'll stay here. Thanks.
Call a Coldwell Banker professional in your neighborhood or visit utahhomes.com. Coldwell Banker Residential Brokerage is owned and operated by NRT Incorporated.
Now for a look at our Abra scoreboard, and we will start in the PCL, where at Tacoma this afternoon, New Orleans held on to defeat the Rainiers 4-3, the game ending with a tying run in scoring position for the Rainiers. Elsewhere at Nashville, the Sounds held on to defeat Colorado Springs by a final score of 2-1. The Sky Sox spoiling the shutout bid in the 8th inning with a run. At Round Rock, it's just ended there. The Express defeated Fresno 5-2. Lance Niekro with his 7th home run for the Grizzlies. At Albuquerque, the Isotopes and Sacramento are tied at 5-5 in the 6th inning. Scott McLean and Jason Perry have homered for the River Cats. In the top of the 4th inning at Tucson, the Sidewinders lead Iowa 2-0. In the 3rd inning at Las Vegas, Omaha's out in front of the 51s 1-0. And in the 2nd inning at Portland, it's Oklahoma 4 and the Beavers 2. In the American League, they're in the bottom of the 8th inning at Texas. The Rangers have scored twice to tie that game up at 6 apiece. In the bottom of the 8th at Kansas City, the Royals trail Baltimore 4-1. Seattle leads Toronto 3-1 in the 2nd inning at Safeco. Earlier today, Detroit down Cleveland 4-1 as Justin Verlander moved his record to 13-4 on the year. The Angels scored 10 runs in the 2nd en route to a 15-6 win over Tampa Bay. 2 hits and a home, including a home run for Howie Kendrick. Curtis Pride in his first game up. His 400th Major League game of his career, went 2 for 2 with a double. Kevin Gregg got the win. He's now 3-3 for the Angels, as everybody in the starting lineup had at least 1 hit by the 3rd inning. Minnesota completed a 3-game series sweep of the White Sox in Chicago with a 7-4 win. Justin Morneau with his 27th home run of the year. Michael Kadire his 14th. And in Oakland, Frank Thomas hit a pair of home runs to lead the A's to a 5-1 win over the Red Sox. In the National League, Washington scored twice off Armando Benitez in the bottom of the 9th to beat the Giants 4-3. At Atlanta, the Braves scored twice in the bottom of the eighth to rally past Florida 6-5. At Houston, the Astros scored 6 in the fifth inning to beat Cincinnati 8-5. Andy Pettit, the winner, now 9-10. 2 home runs for Lance Berkman in that game. His 27th and 28th of the year. In New York, no one scored through 9. The Mets plated a run in the 10th on an RBI single by Jose Valentin to beat the Cubs 1-0. Pittsburgh doubled up the Brewers in Milwaukee 8-4. At Denver, St. Louis dumped the Rockies 6-1. In Los Angeles, the Padres routed the Dodgers 10-3. And at Philadelphia, the Phillies tripped up the Arizona Diamondbacks by a final score of 6-4. Time now for our Mountains West Ranches defensive play of the game. It's all set this time around. And again, we go to the third inning, and Rico Washington leading off against Casey Oldenburger. Now the pitch. Swung on, line center field. Murphy racing back, still going back, reaches out and makes it over the shoulder grab, just shy of the warning track. Tommy Murphy taking extra bases away from Rico Washington, racing back, the wind trying to carry it away from him, and he had to reach out at the last minute to make that over-the-shoulder catch, which could very well be our Mountains West Ranches defensive play of the game. And it turned out to be just that. Between Moon Lake, Starvation, and Strawberry Reservoirs, Mountains West Ranches Recreational Properties offers great parcels of land at reasonable pricing. A place to escape the rat race of the city and enjoy sheer peace, quiet, rest, and relaxation. Call 1-877-894-5658 or check out www.nwranches.com. When we come back, we'll go through the highlights of tonight's game right after this on ESPN 1230.
Welcome to McDonald's. Can I take your order?
Come on, what do you want?
Well, I don't know what I want for breakfast because I can't think before I have breakfast. What? How do I decide what I want for breakfast if I can't think until I get breakfast?
Still have a number one with a large coffee?
Snap out of it with the delicious bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddle sandwich from McDonald's. And if you need more help in the mornings, visit McMornings.com.
It's like you read my mind.
It's a pretty short book.
At participating McDonald's.
My fellow pilots, it's time. What are you talking about? He's always making me big promises. McDonald's makes it easy for you to find fortune. Just check out Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean. Dead Man's just now in theaters. Then get a Big Mac sandwich. Peel the tab, find the code, and you could win great riches, like a new Volvo. It's easy to win. I'm Buffett.
No purchase necessary. Open to legal residents of the U.S., Puerto Rico, and Canada. 13 or older. Game ends 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:30-106. A while distribution supplies last. Car game ends 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:30-106. See official rules inside participating McDonald's or at playitmcd.com for complete details. Void where prohibited.
Zions Bank has absolutely free checking. This means it's absolutely free of hidden fees. Our absolutely free checking comes with absolutely free unlimited check writing and absolutely free online banking and bill pay. All this along with a Visa credit card, an absolutely free Visa debit card, and enrollment in Zions Cash Rewards. We appreciate you, so we want to absolutely free you from hassle with all our absolutely free branches and ATMs available throughout both Utah and Idaho. After all, when all is said and done, the best things in life are, well, family, love, and sharing. Because although our absolutely free checking is absolutely fantastic, hopefully it's not absolutely the best thing in your life.
Hi, I'm Tom Green, branch manager at the Zions Bank Freeway office. Right now, when you open a free checking account, we'll give you an absolutely free box of checks.
Zions Bank member FDIC, equal housing lender. Some restrictions apply. See branch for details. Credit approval required to obtain Visa credit card.
Back here in Memphis, the Bees grab the first lead of the ball game in the third inning, as with 2 out and nobody on base, Darren Blakely walked, stole second, and scored on a triple to right center off the bat of Tommy Murphy. Then in the fifth inning, with 1 out, Casey Smith doubled to right center field, moved to third on a single left by Adam Pavkovich, and scored on a sacrifice fly to right by Darren Blakely to give the Bees a 2-0 lead. Then in the sixth inning, Kendry Morales ripped a double down the right field line to take second base. Moving to third on a ground out, he came home courtesy of Nick Corneau. The pitch swung on, ripped into right field, a base hit. Walking in from third is Morales. The ball kicked around by Martin in right, but Corneau holds it first. with an RBI single, and now the Bees lead it by a score of 3-0. So 3-0 the score at that point, while Jeff Mathis was at the plate. Nick Gourneau stole second base, but as it turned out, he really didn't have to. Tankersley ready, checks Gourneau at second, the kick and the payoff pitch. Swung on and it's deep to left field. That ball's up there, it's out there, and it's gone. A 2-run home run for Jeff Mathis over the 15-foot high wall and left. His 4th of the year, and the Bees now lead it 5-0. So 5-0 at that point. They would add a run in the 8th when Adam Pavkovich walked with the bases loaded and 2 out. The Redbirds would spoil the shutout of the 9th against Matt Wilhite, who walked John Nelson. Rico Washington singled to right. A fielder's choice left runners at first and third. And Sean Garrett, sinking line drive to center, dropped in front of the diving Tommy Murphy, ending up with a double, scoring Nelson to make it 6-1. A walk to Derek Watson loaded the bases. But then with the count 3-0, Wilhite got back-to-back strikes to fill the count on Schumacher before getting him to ground into an game-ending 4-6-3 double play. And so the Bees held on and win it by a final score of 6-1. And now the Bees get ready to try to make it 3 in a row here and try for a new franchise record of 7 road wins in a row. And we will tell you about the pitching matchup and preview tomorrow's game right after this on ESPN 1230.
Just to realize how important baseball is to a lot of people, and to see them come in with their kids. And you look around and you see the enthusiasm they have here, and it makes you say, well, hey, you know, baseball been here over 100 years, and it's still going strong.
Relive your fondest memories of Brooks Robinson and see his Hall of Fame plaque at the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, New York. For more information, visit us on the web at baseballhalloffame.org or call 888-HALL-OF-FAME.
Whether you need a new refrigerator or you want to redecorate the family room, you'll find exactly what you need at R.C. Willey. Of course, you know that R.C. Willey has the area's largest selection of furniture, major appliances, flooring, and electronics. But you may not know that R.C. Willey also has everything you need to relax or entertain outdoors. Choose from a large variety of patio sets, lawn mowers, and barbecue grills. This season, R.C. Willey has everything you need for your home and patio. R.C. Willey, one place, so many possibilities.
Attention motorcycle and ATV riders. Dreaming of a new Yamaha motorcycle or ATV? Well, stop dreaming and start heading to Plaza Cycle for the huge Yamaha Get Out and Ride sales event. Because right now, you can get payments as low as $69 a month or 24 months with zero down on a huge selection of new Yamaha motorcycles, ATVs, side-by-sides, and scooters. You heard right. Payments as low as $69 a month plus zero down for 2 full years on a new Yamaha. So visit Plaza Cycle today for the huge Get Out and Ride sales event. Because an offer this good won't last. Plaza Cycle at 1379 West, 3300 South, the heart of Salt Lake Valley. Plaza Cycle, walk in, right out. On the Yamaha card, subject to credit approval through 8/31/06 on select Yamaha motorcycles, excluding FJR models, ATVs, side-by-sides, and scooters. As low as $69 monthly payments for 24 months at 8.9% APR for amounts financed up to $8,500 if the account kept earned. Thereafter, standard rate of 12.99% and 22.99% APR applied. Default rate 24.99%. Minimum finance charge $1. See dealer for ATV age restrictions. Yamaha recommends an approved trading force. Call 1-800-887-2887.
Bees now with a 5.5 game lead in the Pacific North Division after their 6-1 win over Memphis. Try to make it 3 in a row. All of the Redbirds here tomorrow night. Again, it'll be a 6:10 game time with a 5:50 on deck circle. It'll be right-hander Stephen Shell, who has struggled in his last several outings, trying to turn things back around against right-hander John Webb, who's 4-8 for the Redbirds. So we hope you'll join us for the game tomorrow. Our thanks to Isaac back in our studios in Salt Lake City. And our thanks to you for listening. Once again, in 2 hours, 34 minutes, in front of 8,051, the final score, the Salt Lake Bees 6 and the Memphis Redbirds 1. I'm Steve Malky saying good night and so long from the ballpark.
This has been the Ted Benning Show. Make sure to be with us next time for Salt Lake Bees baseball on your home for the Salt Lake Bees. ESPN 1230 AM.